Andrew Harris getting closer and closer to 1,000. Now back to the ground is Andrew Harris, slices through. Harris, touchdown Winnipeg. He's having really an MVP caliber season.
Matt Nichols, he's done everything for this team.
Over the middle, touchdown. Putting Nichols at the helm, and all they've done is win.
Everything works better with Dressler.
And Dressler makes the catch. Dressler's got room to run.
Let's go.
And Dressler, touchdown. Welcome back to the lineup.
Even though they're no longer in the playoff dance, Manny is still dancing. The BC Lions back in Winnipeg, where the Bombers will try again to wrap up a home playoff date. They could do it today if they beat the Lions again.
Jonathan Jennings has got more interceptions than he does touchdowns this year, and I know he wants to turn that around in this ball game. Look, this is a guy with 5,000 yards passing last year, not the season he was hoping for, but he'll play well today.
Well, after tearing up the league in the first 13 games, Matt Nichols has really struggled in the last 3. He has to find a way to give his team some momentum going into the playoffs.
Beginning today, part 1 of our doubleheader here in the CFL on TSN as we wrap up Week 19 with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the BC Lions. Welcome, Rod Smith, along with a panel of Jock Climbey and Milt Stegall. Well, they met a couple of weeks ago right at Investors Group Field, and in that game, the Bombers clinched a playoff spot by beating the Lions and effectively eliminated BC as well, although it wasn't official until last week. So, aside from the implications in the standings, Jock, what else are the Bombers thinking about playing for today?
Every team going to the playoffs and every player on those teams will tell you what they want is to be playing good football at this time of year. So win or lose, you want to be firing on all cylinders. Look, this is the Winnipeg Blue Bomber football team that leads the league in points at 31.5, but yet they haven't scored more than 30 points in a game now in 5 straight games. And offensively, you took it to Andrew Harris. I mean, on the ground, 36 yards on the ground average over the last 3 weeks. This is not what you want offensively going into the playoffs. What you want is Andrew Harris and that offense at the top of its game. I want to see them do something about that in this game.
I would love to see these Winnipeg Blue Bombers put an entire game together.
Right.
All 3 units played well. Last weekend, all 3 units didn't play well. They all contribute to that loss. Offense, let's see Matt Nichols in that offense play well. Defense, I know they're missing their main guy, Mo Leggett. Let's see them put it together. And let's see Justin Metlock go out and have a great game.
He needs
That's
to
what
get back
they
on
need
track.
to do. All 3 of those units play well together.
And if the Bombers lose, the Edmonton Eskimos playing Calgary later today, they still have a shot at second place in the West in the home playoff date. You mentioned Andrew Harris, 97 yards shy of 1,000 on the ground. Maybe today if he has a big one against BC.
Andrew Harris, Mr. Everything.
Now back to the ground is Andrew Harris, slices through. Harris, touchdown Winnipeg.
He can do it all, Andrew Harris.
Over the middle is Harris again. Andrew Harris, goal line touchdown. Andrew Harris getting closer and closer to 1,000. Never been done before.
Being King Midas, I expect the best of everything. You should too.
And we got all the top brands of tires for winter.
Yes, indeed. Take these Michelin tires, for example. Or these Goodyear tires over here.
We got more in the back.
Visit Midas and get a free winter maintenance package with the purchase and installation of 4 tires. Free service includes oil change, tire rotation, brake check, and more. Trust the Midas touch.
Sleep is for the weak, they say. No way. Sleep is for the strong. Introducing Bloom by Sleep Country, the innovative mattress in a box that ships for free right to your door. Simply unbox and in seconds, your new bed blooms. The Bloom mattress was crafted by Sleep Country's sleep-obsessed R&D team using our extensive knowledge of how Canadians sleep. With our decades of sleep expertise, Bloom is designed with a hybrid of advanced technologies and innovative materials. Bloom is the world's best mattress in a box, with 5 layers of advanced comfort to support you. Breathable foam core with airflow channels and mesh sides for a cooler sleep. Visco memory foam that conforms to your body shape. 3-zoned memory foam and latex foam for lower back and hip relief. And aerated gel visco memory foam to regulate body temperature to stay asleep longer. All wrapped in a premium organic cotton cover that zips off for easy washing. With Bloom, you'll get an amazing night's sleep. Bloom is perfect for your master bedroom retreat, your condo, tight spaces, back to school dorms, spare rooms, and cottages. And Bloom comes with a 100-night comfort guarantee, so you can sleep on it. Bloom also has a 10-year warranty. That's 3,650 nights of blissful sleep. If all that's not enough, try it at any Sleep Country location and take a nap before you order your Bloom. Order Bloom online now at sleepcountry.ca/Bloom100 and get an instant $100 towards any size Bloom mattress. Bloom starts at just $5.95 when you enter promo code Bloom100 at checkout, and you get free shipping. Life with Bloom is literally a click away. Order today at sleepcountry.ca/Bloom100. Enter promo code Bloom100 and get $100 towards any size Bloom mattress. And we deliver for free. Bloom by Sleep Country. Sleep is for the strong.
Healthy, delicious dinner just got a whole lot easier with Chef's Plate. Enjoy the convenience of ordering online from our chef-inspired menu with perfectly portioned, farm-fresh, local ingredients. You can easily make step-by-step, delicious and healthy recipes in 30 minutes or less, delivered coast to coast in a chilled box directly to your door. Join thousands of Canadians who are enjoying Chef's Plate each week. Get 50% off your first order. That's up to a $78 value at chefsplate.com/cook.
Brad Orton of Fort St. John, BC. You could win a $25,000 home theater package from Visions Electronics if a kickoff is returned for a TD in this game, thanks to Safeway Sobeys $1 Million Touchdown to Win promotion. And if it happens a second time, you could win $1 million. Good luck, Brad. Off to Winnipeg we go to Gord Miller and Matt Dunnigan.
Thank you, Rod, and welcome to Southern Manitoba. The temperature right at freezing on this Saturday afternoon as the BC Lions visit the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Andrew Harris, so goes the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Got to get this guy off. He's been held in check over the last couple of weeks, and their offense is sputtered. Looking to get him involved early. Guy looking to stop, make sure that doesn't happen. Solomon Elamimian leads all tacklers in the CFL with 128. Just 16 shy of breaking his own record he set last year at 143.
BC with 5 consecutive losses. Hasn't lost 6 in a row since 2010. Wally Buono's team will miss the playoffs for the first time with him as the head coach. And Michael O'Shea's Bombers, with a win today at home, can secure a home playoff date for the first time since 2011. They win or Edmonton loses later on tonight, and they'll play host to the West Division semifinal in 2 weeks' time. Winnipeg won the coin toss, elected to defer for the second half. The Lions will receive to start things off. They're meeting for the second time in the last 3 weeks. The teams have split the first 2 meetings of the year so far, the home team winning both times. And the kick sent deep by Justin Medlock. And fielded by Chris Rainey at the 20-yard line. Rainey's got a seam and gets out across the 30-yard line to the 32. Brought down there by Derek Jones of the Bombers as Jonathan Jennings tries to get this BC offense going.
Jonathan has had a very underwhelming football campaign in 2017 and has grown a lot. You know, they often say you learn a lot more from losing than you ever do from winning. Jonathan's learning this year.
On first down, give goes to Rainey, and Rainey thrown back by a horde of Bombers, led by the middle linebacker Sam Hurl.
And this offense of Brian Barnum, a guy who's just kind of been forgotten about until late in ball games, then they lean on him and he comes through. I think he's one of the best receivers in the Canadian Football League. Got to get involved early. Cody Husband, veteran in the middle, calling the front for the offensive line of the Lions.
Here comes the blitz on second down. Jennings stands in, throws, and the pass is caught by Burnham as he gets up to the 50-yard line, a gain of 13 yards and a BC first down.
Got to see Ian Wild starting, and he's coming right up the middle here. Watch this, and then right in here, and then it's we call that a bloody nose. A little twist and put a little pressure on Jennings, he can't follow through, but the ball still gets there, and they got Burnham on track early.
And Burnham, with that 13-yard gain, goes over 1,000 yards receiving on the season. First down, and the give goes to a newcomer, Tyler Davis. And Davis, whose dad Clarence was a longtime running back for the Oakland Raiders, gets stopped up after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, Drake Nevis gets started defensive tackle due to a couple of changes on the offensive side of the ball. He draws in because he's allowed another American on that side of the ball, and so Drake draws in. And Kevin Fogg, big game last week. Unbelievable. Making things happen. A strong side Lambert. TJ Heath thieving in the secondary.
Second and long. Jennings a strike to Manny Arsenault, and Arsenault up and running, gets inside the 30, bowls his way down to the 20-yard line. So Manny Arsenault with the gain. It's 38 yards and a BC first down.
Great protection, Manny, on Alexander, just turning him up. Center field turns him. Ball's on time. Nobody touches him. He's up and running. A heads-up play on Manny Arsenault.
BC has not scored a first quarter point in its last 2 games. Now 1st and 10 for the Winnipeg 20. Jennings swings it out for Burnham. And Burnham dragged down there by Brian Walker, limits the game. Burnham, by the way, with back-to-back 1,000-yard receiving seasons now.
Yeah, and you look at Manny, he just went over 1,000 for the 4th time in his career with that post pattern connection with Jonathan Jennings. And those are the 2 mainstays in that receiving corps, feeding them early.
Loss of a couple on the play. It's 2nd and 12. Jennings, here comes the rush. He gets it away to the corner of the end zone. Nick Moore, touchdown. Moore, the former Bomber, all alone in the end zone, and Jonathan Jennings finds him for a 23-yard score, and BC scores on its opening drive.
That's a beautiful thing, and this is music for the Lions' ears. You got pressure off the edge. They're bringing all kinds of heat up the middle. Corney gets to him late, but the ball's out already to wide open Nick Moore. BC Lions do not score very often in the first quarter. Here's the pressure look. Jonathan Jennings stands tall, takes a shot. Not a very heavy one, but he felt heat in the kitchen. Got rid of the ball and spotted it beautifully to Nick Moore.
Now Ty Long for the point after. It is good. A 6-play, 73-yard touchdown drive for the BC Lions, who opened impressively as Nick Moore has his 2nd touchdown catch of the year. BC Lions trying to spoil the home party for the Bombers. Have an early 7-point lead.
Get a Rogue with up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash, or finance from 0% for up to 60 months.
Our latte begins with premium Arabica beans, decadent espresso mingling with 100% Canadian milk, a dance of ingredients. And it's pretty great with Timbits. New handcrafted lattes from Tim's, now available in pumpkin spice.
Our rum. Our bars. Our way of saying, you're invited. At the Appleton Estate, we are rum people.
This football season, play $1 Million Touchdown to Win at Safeway and Sobeys in Western Canada. Swipe your Air Miles card for your chance to win. Every time a touchdown is scored, you could win a Honeywell Lyric Wi-Fi thermostat, a Garmin Fenix 5 GPS watch, or $250 to shop at Safeway or Sobeys. We'll also be awarding fabulous trips to Mexico. Shop and play at Safeway and Sobeys.
The CFL on TSN is brought to you by the Nissan Titan, official vehicle of the Canadian Football League.
They know. Shout out to my wife, Nicole, back home. My little baby on the way. Coming soon, May 2018. Yeah, tell him, baby.
Nick Moore began his career at BC. Went to Winnipeg, now back with the Lions.
They take care of business both on and off the field, sounds like, Gord.
Chris Givens takes this kickoff from Ty Long at the 10-yard line. And Givens, who made his CFL debut last week in Toronto, gets thrown down by BC's Alex Bazzi.
Here, Gordon, we'll take a look at this. Brian Walker's got Nick Moore. Walker's actually playing a corner. He's right here. And you watch him as the play unfolds here. He's going to be peeking into the backfield. And what Manny Arsenault does, and Manny actually runs an out route, and you watch him peeking on Manny. There's Manny running the out route, and he's running here, and you're going to watch him jump. Ball goes over the top to Nick Moore because Walker was peeking.
On first down, Matt Nichols up and throwing the pass, caught by Weston Dressler. First down and more. Out to the 43-yard line, a pickup of 18.
Yeah, this is pitch and catch all day long. We're talking about it to Matt Nichols yesterday. Everything with Weston Dressler just goes smoother and better. A simple curl route there. It's football 101. Run a curl flat underneath it. Underneath coverage is pulled out. Find Dressler wide open in the hole.
On first down, swinging up for Denmark. The pass out of his reach. There on the coverage was Lucas Purifoy.
Yeah, this Winnipeg offense is great to get Weston Dressler back. Good timing. Why? Because Darvin Adams, their go-to guy on the outside, is out of the lineup. And you miss a lot when Darvin's not in. Patty Neufeld draws in for Travis Bond, and the veteran takes over at left guard.
Here comes the blitz. Nichols gets it away, but the pass one hops for Matt Coates, and a flag comes down. Nichols dropped late in the play by Chandler Fenner. And this may be a roughing the passer call that'll extend the drive.
Major foul. Roughing the passer. BC number 35. 15-yard penalty. First down.
They're saying 35. They mean 39, I'm sure.
Chandler Fenner, one of my favorites in the Canadian Football League. He's right here, going to come off the edge, unabated to the quarterback. And I think he's going to try to let up. Nichols throws off his back foot, and that's a little love tap there. That's like playing touch football, not tackle football.
But the contact to the helmet.
I didn't see the contact. I'd have to check it again.
Nichols throws for Dressler. Dressler makes the catch, close to the first down marker. Purifoy makes the tackle at the 40-yard line.
I'd like this just because it moves the pocket a little bit for Nichols, and it gives those guys a different responsibility up front in trying to get to Nichols and move it just a little bit on the roll, finds Dressler out in the flat.
First down, Winnipeg from the BC 40-yard line. Nichols under pressure, gets it away. Harris gets dropped right away as Ronnie Yell is up to make the tackle. And it'll be no gain of the play, bring up 2nd and 10. Harris needs 97 rushing yards, 180 receiving yards in his last 2 games to get to the 1,000 mark.
Alex Bazzi just going to come off the edge, and he wanted it more on this one. Then left tackle Stanley Bryant, he dips and rips, and he gets to Nichols late, but he forces the dump down.
2nd down for the BC 40. Nichols throws underneath, and that's dropped by LaDainian Washington. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Bombers.
You got to have that in a response drive to BC's nice opening drive. This ball and this play call is there for the taking in the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And LaDainian Washington has a lot of real estate in front of him. He can secure that.
So now a field goal try for Justin Medlock, who's had his struggles of late. He's 7 for his last 13. 2 misses last week, including a kick on the final play of the game that would have won it for Winnipeg. This will come from 48 yards out. Matt Coates is the holder. Lots on it, and it's good.
Now little pump of the fist by Medlock. That's about as animated as you'll see him, and you can tell how important that one was for him. Nice hold, better kick. Battery, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers getting it done.
So the Bombers answer the BC touchdown with a field goal of their own, 7-3 here in the first quarter.
It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clear-Out. Clear-out pricing on virtually all remaining 2017s, like up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash on road, with available intelligent around view monitor to help you park like a pro. $4,500 on Murano, and up to $6,000 on Pathfinder with intelligent four-wheel drive, designed to automatically adapt to changing conditions. Or get 0% financing for 60 months on other select models. It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clear-Out.
You're searching for something, like the perfect deal on the perfect hotel. So wouldn't it be perfect if there was a single site where you could find the right hotel for you at the best price? There is, because TripAdvisor now compares prices from over 200 booking sites to save you up to 30% on the hotel you want. Trust this bird's words. TripAdvisor, the latest reviews, the lowest prices.
So Justin Medlock hits from 48 yards out, a big confidence booster for a struggling kicker of late.
Every good kicker in this league has had a couple of rough patches, and just happens to be that was the last few weeks have been my rough patch, right? But I'm helping the team out in different ways, and made some good kicks in the beginning of the year. Just unfortunately that last kick just didn't go as planned.
Former UCLA Bruin, who wears his Dodger hat and his college colors, playing here for the Bombers.
Yeah, and you talk to a man of Winnipeg Blue Bombers, the football players and coaches, they all trust in his process and his ability as a kicker, and give him a free pass, get out of jail card, and he's earned that. It's a big kick for him there, though.
Rainey from the 6 gets bottled up at the 25-yard line. The tackle made there by Chris Normand. So Jonathan Jennings comes on the first drive, 4 for 4 for 68 yards, and the touchdown to Nick Moore.
Yeah, and his football team, the BC Lions, I mentioned, Corey, they're slow starters. The only team to not score at least 10 points in the first quarter all season. Only 58 points in the first quarter total in 16 games. And to get a major on the first drive is huge for this football team on the road playing the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
First down for the 26-yard line. And there is Rainey, and he is wrapped up immediately.
See, I don't understand that, Gord, because Chris Rainey, when he touches the football, carries the football in a rush, he averages just over 3 yards a carry, 3.2 yards a carry. When Chris Rainey touches the ball on the backfield with the reception, he averages 9.3 yards per touch. Just think they're misusing him there. He's not a tackle guy. He's an open space guy, make people miss.
Opologo makes the stop there in the open field for Winnipeg. 2nd and 10. And now Jennings throws underneath Burnham out to the 31-yard line. Stopped right away on the tackle by Ian Wild. That'll bring up 3rd down for BC.
Ian Wild drawn in the lineup last week. Happy to have him back. Gives them many options on the defensive side of the football because he can play many positions. And
Long with a good punt. Sends Fogg back to his 25-yard line. And Kevin Fogg looks for some room, finds it. And Fogg still going to midfield. Up the sideline he goes with a kicker to beat. And Fogg forced out of bounds by Ty Long at the 20-yard line. Fogg had a punt return for a touchdown against BC a couple of weeks ago. That's a 65-yard return. And the Bombers set up with great field position at the BC 20. After Fogg continues his magic for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Back with more on the CFL Live from Winnipeg after this.
Get a robe with up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash or finance from 0% for up to 60 months.
Great news, Canada. With Bel Air Direct, it pays to be a good driver. You can save up to 25% on your car insurance.
That's amazing.
Congrats! You get an A for accelerating smoothly. And how would you like to celebrate with up to 25% off your car insurance?
That'd be great.
Good driver! You're a good driver! Woo!
Isn't it time you got rewarded? Switch to Bel Air Direct and save.
More savings this way!
Get rewarded. Call or visit BelAirDirect.com.
Hi, I'm Darvin. I lost my foot in a lawnmower accident.
Come on.
Today I'm teaming up with the BC Lions to tell kids to play safe.
Cool lion.
Thank you. Go Lions!
What does a lion do?
Run.
Jump.
Tackle.
Roar. All right, Darvin.
Show me your roar.
Whatever game you play, play safe. A message from the War Amps.
Gord, you mentioned it. This guy hit 8-yarder 2 weeks ago against the Lions. A point of attack. He beats Keenan Parker right here. Sheds that tackle. Watch Mike Miller. Mike Miller right there. Frees it right here. Does a nice job of blocking and waiting, having patience. And that springs him. And then here, Jesse Briggs running down the field. He could easily take a clip there, but he doesn't. Smart move. Great field position by the Bombers.
At the BC 20, a four-man rush. Nichols to the end zone. Dressler incomplete. Closing quickly there for the BC Lions.
That ball looked like
Lee.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was going to be thrown out of bounds anyways. And Dressler's going to hang it on the sidelines there in the end zone. Nicely defended.
Lee and Anthony Thompson both there on the coverage. Pass actually hit Lee in the back, so it's 2nd and 10.
Had a little window there, and it closed in a hurry.
Now a three-man rush. Nichols goes the other way. Washington incomplete. And there with him on the coverage was Kendall James, a newcomer in the BC secondary, making his CFL debut out of the University of Maine. And now Nichols is up and limping.
He is struggling to get to the sidelines, and here, first-year player from Maine plays that ball extremely well. Not a very good route by Washington. Here's a look. Nichols takes a shot.
No contact there. Just
nobody. They just like his leg, his knee popped like it locked up, and usually, it looks like he's going right in the back of his knee. Just looks like something popped on him.
Medlock from the 27-yard line puts that through. He's 2 for 2. And the Bombers are within one. Winnipeg already without Darvin Adams on offense, Mo Leggett on defense. And now their #1 quarterback is limping on the Winnipeg sideline. Justin Medlock gets 3 after the great kick return by Fogg. Now a 1-point game in Winnipeg.
It's not a good look for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers as Matt Nichols, their star quarterback, goes down on a non-contact injury. Take a look at it. As you know, folks, I've had just about every injury in the book, and I'm watching this, and I see where he grabs right behind his left knee in his upper calf area. And if that's a calf, that's not good news for the Bombers. Hopefully he can walk that off. We're watching him on the sidelines.
So he's got the modified glove on his throwing hand.
Yeah, it's that time of year, Gord.
The index finger, middle finger cut out. The bottom two fingers are covered.
And he told us yesterday his two fingers on his throwing hand are not good. He doesn't look good there.
So it's bow-legged a couple weeks ago with a non-contact injury, fielding a short kick, just landed, ruptured his Achilles, and now you got Dan Lefebvre and Dominic Davis warming up on the sideline.
Those are your options. You know, Lefebvre's got some starts under his belt. Dominic, very limited time in relief of Nichols. And
Nichols is one of 3 quarterbacks who has started every game this year for his team. And this goes to Davis at the 15-yard line. Tyler Davis takes a hard shot there from Kyle Knox on the special teams coverage. He gets out to the 30-yard line. Welcome to the Canadian Football League.
Kyle Knox is just a beast on teams. Flying around. Oof. Davis thinks he's running to daylight, and he runs into trouble in a hurry. Wow. Takes one in the biscuit right there. I guarantee it, why Rainey's in the backfield is because of blocking and protection for Jennings. And that's why you're seeing him there, because Davis is a newbie.
Play fake to Rainey, and the throw incomplete for Arsenal. That'll be pass interference.
That's pretty easy
against
call
Brandon
there.
Alexander of the Blue Bombers. Flags flying down there.
It's interesting how Walker and Alexander switched positions. Basically, Alexander's now playing on the inside half, and Walker's playing field side corner. So it's a matchup
pass
situation.
Winnipeg number 21, point of foul, automatic first down.
Winnipeg is the least penalized team in the Canadian Football League.
Yeah, coming on the bottom of your screen here, just on the left side, comes in there early, got his hands draped all over Manny, trying to stop the Manny show.
First down Lions from their 41-yard line. From the shotgun, Jennings screens for Burnham, and the tackle made there by Jake Thomas. The concern for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Matt, has to be on defense, though. They allowed 556 yards in total offense to Toronto last week. Defense coordinator Richie Hall called it embarrassing. The Bombers allow more yards per game than any other team in the league.
Yeah, they got to fix that. They're stumbling down the stretch here, and Winnipeg's giving them all they can, BC's giving them all they can handle here in the first quarter.
Here comes the blitz. Jennings spots it, goes over the top, and the pass is caught by Arsenault. Manny Arsenault in behind Robert Porter. Gets down to the 19-yard line. Another big gain for the BC Lions, this time 43 yards on a first down.
Manny Arsenault's right here in the bottom of your screen. He's lined up in the slot. He just runs the seam. This ball's thrown perfectly by Jonathan Jennings, who's feeling it here in the first quarter.
First down from the 23-yard line. Jennings swings it up and puts that pass in front of the intended target, Burnham, and Brandon Alexander was right there on the coverage.
Close to being a lateral there. Jennings like to have that one back. It looks like a relatively simple pass, but that's a very difficult throw by a quarterback.
First incompletion for Jennings, who was 7 for 7 prior to that.
That's what they needed on the road at Investors Group Field. Jennings trying to find his first victory over the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He's 0 for 4 right now.
Yeah. Arsenault's got 2 catches for 81 yards here in the first quarter. Four-man rush. Jennings with time, throws underneath. He's got the fullback, Rolly Lumbala, and Lumbala close to a first down as he's brought down at the 13-yard line. That's right where he needed to get to move the chains.
Rolly Lumbala's 7th catch on the season. Doesn't catch it many, but when he does, it's usually in situations like this. He's wide open. He rumbles, stumbles for close to a first down.
Bala, the 10-year veteran for the BC Lions.
He's a special team guru. It's where he makes his living. Situations like that, helping the quarterback out, desperately looking for somebody to come to with the pressure in his face, and he finds Rolly Lambala underneath.
Inches short. Jennings will stay in. It's 3rd and inches for BC.
Out of 10. 3rd and short situations BC Lions have been good on this year.
And Jennings.
He didn't look like he went very far.
Didn't need to get far, but...
Yeah, but he didn't look like he... Oh, well, they're not even measuring.
He got enough to...
It doesn't look like much. Oh, and the husband, I mean,
got about half a yard.
I guess. It's tough to see from that.
Got the left foot spot.
Did not get much momentum going forward. They got enough.
First down now from the 12-yard line. Jennings to Rainey. And Rainey, it's maybe a couple. Jovan Santos knocks the linebacker, stacks him up.
It's just... You want to open up space in the middle, open your splits up in the interior with the offensive line, and get your quarterback who can run, who can press the edge, out on the edge a couple times. When you start playing that ISO game, you have to set it up.
Game was half a yard. 2nd long again for BC. Under 2.5 to go in the opening quarter.
Empty set here, Gord.
Here comes the rush. Jennings throws. Moore's got it. And Nick Moore fights his way inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and a couple for the BC Lions. Pickup of 7 on the play.
Jonathan had to get rid of this before he wanted to because Trent Corney comes untouched off the edge.
They're actually going to mark him down at the 5. So it's 3rd and 2, and BC is gambling.
You saw Corney right there saying, just frothing at the mouth, desperately trying to get to Jennings, and he forced that underneath throw, forcing his 3rd and 3.
Jennings 9 of 10 passing so far in the football game. On the 3rd down gamble, Jennings to the goal line, caught, touchdown BC. Pass is caught by Rainey right in front of Brian Walker, and the BC Lions strike for another score late in this opening quarter.
Didn't even flinch. So this is a mismatch. It's just hard to stay with somebody who's as fleet-footed and as quick as Rainey out of the backfield, clearing route by Arsenal, and underneath Rainey catches that one. And boy, this is a fabulous start for the BC Lions. Not accustomed to scoring a lot of points in the first quarter, and they put up 13 already.
They have the #1 red zone offense in the CFL, though. They've been 2 for 2 so far today.
Isn't that an oxymoron? I mean, 36 of 50 coming in here, and now they're 38 of 52, and looking like they're in sync.
And Long puts the point after through, and the BC Lions extend their lead now to 14-6. That's a 9-play, 80-yard drive that chewed up 4.5 minutes on the clock. And again, the problem for Winnipeg, Matt, their defense gives up a lot.
Yeah, here's Rainey right here, and watch him come out, and he's going to come right into coverage, come right underneath. There's a clearing route. Clear it. That was Burnham taking people with him. Just finds a little seam behind him. That's all you need. Quick score for the BC Lions. Jonathan Jennings loving it. Loving it. It's what we're used to seeing from this young quarterback last year. Hadn't seen much of it this year. Really struggling with a lot of aspects of his game. Admittedly, yesterday told me that he's not 100% healthy yet, but that arm is coming around and his shoulder's coming around from week in, week out, and getting better. That's good news moving forward for the BC Lions.
In 9 games since coming back from the injury, Matt, Jennings picked off 13 times.
Yeah. That's a lot for a season, let alone 9 games. Chris Rainey out of the backfield catching the football. That's why I'd like to deploy him and use him. Kahari Jones sees it that way too and got it done on that drive.
Ty Long with the kickoff. This is Givens from the 10. Chris Givens trying to get around the corner. He is brought down on a good special teams tackle by Keenan Parker. Let's go to the sidelines. Matthew Shinetti.
Obviously, you guys see Davis running on the field. That's because Matt Nichols has been trying that left calf. Matt, as you were pointing out, he's been struggling with it, trying to do some drop back, trying to hold on to the football. But as Weston Dressler and Andrew Harris have come by him, he's been shaking his head. Then Matthias Goosen asked him if he'd be good to go, and he also shook his head. It just seems to be a stability issue that Nichols can't drop back long enough in order to get a real plant on his foot, guys.
So Dominic Davis comes in, hands off to Andrew Harris, and Harris brought down quickly by Chandler Fenner. Davis is in his 3rd year with Winnipeg. He's thrown 17 passes this year out of East Carolina. 28-year-old. So
it is just eerily weird because we're in this situation. I was talking to anybody who'd listened yesterday about who they go to if Nichols goes down, because you're always one play away from your backup, and it's Dominic Davis. Here we go.
On 2nd down from the shotgun, Davis under pressure, swings it up to Harris. A long way to go for Andrew Harris. And the shoe top tackle is made by BC's Dyshawn Davis. A gain of 5, but well short of a first down. 2 and out for Winnipeg.
So this is what you want defensively for the BC Lions. 2nd and long, backup quarterback having to check it down, rally to the football, make a clean tackle. That's the way to do it.
So for Winnipeg, a win today or an Edmonton loss tonight clinches 2nd place in the West Division. However, if that doesn't come to pass, Winnipeg in Calgary next week could find itself in a must-win. Medlock sends that to Davis at the 38-yard line, and a flag comes down as Davis fights his way to the 45. Flag down on the return for the BC Lions as the first quarter comes to an end, and the BC Lions, who had not scored an opening quarter point in their last 2 games, put 14 up here in a huge one for the Bombers, trying to clinch a home playoff berth for the first time since 2011. Let's
Absolutely brilliant. Europe's elite battle the best of the best on the ultimate stage.
What a comeback! What a story!
UEFA Champions League group stage on TSN.
Oh, what a goal! A magnificent effort.
Brought to you by Heineken and Nissan. UEFA Champions League sponsors.
Square now lets you accept debit tap. Yeah, that's right. And processing is free through December. Tap Interact, debit, cards. Oh, you can take credit cards for one low rate too. Sign up free at square.ca.
Just one taste of Little Caesars' new barbecued smokehouse pizza, piled high with 10-hour smoked pulled pork, crispy applewood smoked bacon, and a sweet and zesty barbecue sauce, and you'll be coming back for more. Just $8 at Little Caesars.
I'm ready.
We are a league as diverse as a country. A league of Jacksons and Kwongs, Elaminians and Messams, Moscas, Custuses, Sinopolis, Shigers, and Burrises. A league of Reeds, Reiches, O'Sheas, and Owusu-Ansas. A league where what makes each of us different makes all of us stronger.
Back here in Winnipeg, there'll be one more play before the quarter ends. A block called against the BC Lions. The ball will be at the 30-yard line. An impressive opening quarter for BC, which comes in having lost 5 in a row. Haven't lost 6 in a row in 7 years.
Unexpectedly brilliant first quarter for the BC Lions.
BC began the year, Matt, 4-1. Looked great.
Hadn't scored more than 10 points in the first quarter all season.
Right.
Every other team has done that easily. They've got 14 for the first time in the first quarter. Jonathan Jennings looking sharp.
On first down from the 30. Jennings throws, Burnham snags that one in front of Fogg. A gain of 14 yards up to the 44-yard line.
Jennings threw him open there. Beautiful throw. Throwing Burnham open.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. The teams will quickly change ends here as Burnham has another catch. He went over 1,000 yards earlier in the football game. Here are the numbers through the opening 15 minutes. 161 net yards for the BC Lions to 37 for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The greater concern now for the Bombers, Matt, will be the health of Matt Nichols. And we talked about the fact that Winnipeg can clinch a home playoff game with a win today, but how concerned should the Bombers be about the Nichols injury?
Extremely concerned, Gord. It's your worst nightmare if you're the Winnipeg Blue Bombers trying to secure home field playoff position first time in 2011, and your starting quarterback goes down in the first quarter, and you're looking at Dominic Davis. Time of possession, 2-1 basically for the BC Lions in the first quarter. Over 10 minutes, they dominated the line of scrimmage and possessed the football. That's been the key to stop the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in their last couple losses in the past 4 games. Is time of possession. The other teams, Hamilton 3 weeks ago possessed the football. Toronto last week possessed the football almost twice as long as the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, just not letting them get into sync. And now the starting quarterback's out of the lineup. It's not going to get any better.
First down BC from the 44-yard line. And on the end around, the give goes to Shaq Johnson, and Johnson buried by the safety, Taylor Loeffler.
I don't know who took the worst of that. Taylor Loeffler getting up, a little wobbly leg there after that hit. Brought the hammer. Second-year free safety, all-star from last season, coming downhill in a hurry. He's got a bead on it. Oh, that is just nasty. That is beautiful. That is the nose for the football right there.
Gain was 3 on the play, brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they're taking him off the field. The officials are taking him off the field. And that is a player safety issue there. They want to watch him because he got up wobbly-legged, and I'm not sure if he knew where he was. And they immediately identified that, took him off the field for his own good.
Marcus a gain of 2, actually. It's 2nd and 8.
Now he's going to the locker room. So in comes Derek Jones, free safety. 4th-year player from Simon Fraser.
Winnipeg defense needs to stop. 4-man rush. Jennings throws, and the pass is caught. Burnham out to midfield. That's enough for a first down. And the drive continues on the gain of 8.
Yeah, this is great. I absolutely love this. They bring pressure off the edge, and watch pressure off the edge, and you watch Brian Burnham in the slot. Here comes the pressure. Burnham goes around the linebackers. Jennings knows what's happening, doesn't panic, and delivers the ball.
First down, BC at midfield. Here comes the rush, and a flag thrown right away. Looked like the Bombers jumped. Sam Hurl coming off the edge.
Procedure. BC, number 57, 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
He was drawn off. By the way, shouldn't accuse Winnipeg of going offside. They do it less than any other team in the league.
And the least penalized team in the league, under 100 penalties, 97 coming in the ball game.
They've only gone offside 18 times all year. That's 17 fewer than any other team in the league.
Discipline keeps you in ball games. Don't have to beat yourself. Just concentrate on beating your opponent.
First and 15 from the BC 50. Four-man rush. Jennings delivers, and the pass is incomplete. Knocked down there by Chris Randall, as Rainey was the intended target. Actually, 2 receivers in the area. Shaq Johnson was there as well.
That was a bust. That's not what you look for. Rainey, he's running a skinny post, and Randall comes underneath, but you see Johnson in the vicinity as well, took his man, clouded the whole issue. I think Rainey felt that, and that's why he didn't go hard for the football. Randall was able to break it up.
Second down, Lions from their own 50. Again, a four-man rush. Jennings delivers. Arsenal makes the catch. They'll say incomplete. Looks like Arsenal might have caught it, but the official trailing says no catch. Third down for the Lions.
Good protection. Second and 15. Arsenal just weaving his way through the zone coverage. Does a nice move to the outside. Gets behind Wild. Wild loses him, but the ball's too low, and man, he can't come up with it.
So Long will punt. Fogg is standing back at his 10-yard line. Had a great punt return to set up a field goal for the Bombers earlier. And here comes the rush. It's blocked. The punt is blocked by Derek Jones. The ball is still loose, scooped up by the Bombers, and this will be a touchdown. Mike Miller. A special team score for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The block by Jones. The scoop by Miller. Just like that, the Bombers pull closer again.
It's a numbers game, and BC doesn't do a good job of picking up the protection and on the left-hand side, right-hand side. Watch everybody come down. Watch everybody come down here, and then you're going to watch off the edge, Derek Jones free to the football. Right over the top, unabated. Big play by the units for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Second time they blocked a punt by BC this season. They also did it in the first meeting of the year. And Mike Miller takes advantage, as now Winnipeg will go for two.
They needed that. This football team desperately needed that. Starting quarterback out in the first quarter on a non-contact injury, getting it taken to him by the offense by the BC Lions, and then
Davis for Dressler. That pass is incomplete. Knocked away by Anthony Thompson. Just the fifth time this year the Bombers have tried a two-point convert. But Long is blocked by Jones. Mike Miller picks it up, takes it to the house, and now it's a 14-12 game.
This isn't the system for farmers who need perfect conditions. This is the system for Mother Nature's challenges, for wet and for weedy. Because this is real life in the West, and you can't sit around and wait for conditions to improve. The way we see it, you have two options. You can wait to work, or you can get to work. Our vote is option 2. Genuity Roundup Ready Canola. Real life ready.
It was looking like another week of stellar dinners at the old Davis house. But today...
Thursday night ribs!
Grilled fresh to order. Swiss Chalet ribs bring the whole family together. Over dinner. Any day, any way. Dinner's ready at Swiss Chalet.
Hi, I'm Jesse. And I'm Ben. We started Hubble because contact lenses are too expensive. At Hubble, our fresh daily contacts are affordable and delivered straight to you. Get your first 2 weeks free at HubbleContacts.com.
With the help of fans like you, Purolator and the CFL have delivered millions of pounds of food to those less fortunate. Yet, there's a need for so much more. Because this is how much food it takes to feed the hungry in Canada. For just one day. Visit PurelatorTackleHunger.com to learn more. Together, tackling hunger is a promise we can all deliver.
Mike Miller has his first career CFL touchdown, but should it have counted is the question.
This is a pretty clear-cut answer. Don't have to blow this up for you or anything. As Ty Long touches him down right there, we'll take another look at it, and it's clear that he's down by contact right there.
His knees on the ground.
About the 12-yard line.
By the way, for Derek Jones, that is his 6th block kick in his 5 years in the league.
I say he's got a knack for that.
Yeah. He's had at least one every season. 2 this year, both against BC.
That's amazing.
Rainey from the 10-yard line. And Chris Rainey works his way out to the 33-yard line. And there to help make the stop on special teams is Mike Miller.
Look who runs out there for free safety.
Got Loeffler's back out, so he's been
cleared,
checked out by the doctors,
and done properly. Taken off the field immediately, taken to the locker room, cleared, went through the checklist. He's back on the football field. Glad to see that. He was definitely in harm's way earlier. They checked him out. Now he's ready to compete once again.
First down BC for the Lions, 33, leading 14-12. Five-man rush. Jennings swings it out for Arsenault, and Manny Arsenault, who crossed the 1,000-yard mark in this game as well, gets out to the 42-yard line.
Love the hustle by Sam Hurl. Sniffed that out just a little too late, redirected. Got Manny Arsenault from behind.
Fourth time Arsenault has hit the 1,000-yard mark, third consecutive year for him.
Yeah, started off really slow this year and then started getting a groove halfway through the season. He's been lights out.
Jennings under pressure from Opelugo, throws it, and the pass incomplete for Arsenault.
Alexander just running by him like that. That was all over you. You catch that on my ear hole.
Tristan Opelugo is shaken up for Winnipeg. Had that great interception last week. I mean, he caught that thing a bullet from Ricky Ray.
Yeah, that was, well, that's an oxymoron.
It was a hard pass.
Yeah, it was an athletic play.
Yeah.
And then what was even more impressive with that play was how he got run down by James Wilder Jr.
Got brought down to one.
And it's a testament to both players' athletic ability and being football players, making things happen for their team.
And BC's going to have to call timeout here. Wally Buono talking offensive coordinator Kahari Jones. Always had that look a lot lately.
Well, 6-10, that'll put some ugly looks on your faces throughout the season.
The last time the BC Lions finished with 6 wins or fewer in a season, 1996.
Yeah, you know, Wally's in a situation here where he feels the momentum shift based on that block punt by the Bombers special teams. And it's 3rd and 1 here. They don't make that.
Right.
The momentum continues to be on the Bombers sidelines, and I think he's rethinking his thinking here.
Yeah, he brought Alex Ross in with the short yardage team.
That's easily could work in a big way for the Bombers. They get a stop here, keep the momentum going.
Winnipeg's only got 11 defenders on the field. Diving ahead is Ross. Did he get it?
That's tight.
Now, he needed a full yard.
Yeah, he needed to get past the 43-yard line. And this is going to be really close. So you see Nevis get down there and just clog the middle, and then the ball comes out actually as he's moving forward. Right. And he's stymied, worried about that, so he gets no more momentum.
Oh, this is going to be close, Matt. They spot it just across the 43, which is exactly what he needed to get there. This is going to be very close.
Yeah, it is. This is going to be tight. This is huge right here. First half of this football game, big momentum shift.
How many links in the chain?
2.
Oh, he got it. By the end of the football.
Walker was in our way. Couldn't see it.
So Ross needed a yard, got a yard and an inch.
I don't know. I don't know if he got that. That was tight. That's a big first down for the Bombers. For the Lions, nonetheless. Momentum could have been certainly shifted in a hurry for the Bombers.
First down BC for the Lions, 43. Here comes the blitz. Jennings throws. And the pass is caught by Rainey, stopped right away by Chris Randall. Gain of 5 on the play. Winnipeg has not lost back-to-back games yet this season. Only the Bombers and the Calgary Stampeders can say that. And both teams trying to avoid that fate this week. Calgary playing Edmonton later on tonight. 2nd and 5. Jennings under pressure, can't get away. Brought down by Corey Johnson, who's got his 3rd sack of the year. Lions will have to punt. So special teams and defense stepping up in a big way for the Bombers.
Yeah, right here. He's going to get him just a big push. This is a coverage sack. This is not spectacular by the push up front. This is a coverage sack because Jennings got nobody to throw the football to, and Jake Thomas able to get there.
Long's kick goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line. And that's where the Bombers will go to work with Dominic Davis once again at the controls. 14-12 BC leads on the CFL on TSN from Winnipeg.
What do newcomers bring to Canada? Beauty. Laughter. Pride. And, in J.W. Sobey's case, grocery stores. For 150 years, newcomer families have brought a lot to Canada. The Sobey family is humbled to have been one of them.
Visit pizzahotline.ca to take advantage of our third down football deal. Get 3 medium pizzas with any 2 toppings of your choice and 6 cans of any Pepsi product, all for just $33.
Call now!
This isn't the system for farmers who need perfect conditions. This is the system for Mother Nature's challenges, for wet and for weedy. Because this is real life in the West, and you can't sit around and wait for conditions to improve. The way we see it, you have 2 options. You can wait to work, or you can get to work. Our vote is option 2. Genuity Roundup Ready Canola. Real life ready.
Healthy, delicious dinner just got a whole lot easier with Chef's Plate. Make step-by-step recipes in 30 minutes or less with perfectly portioned, farm-fresh, local ingredients delivered to your door. Get 50% off your first order at chefsplate.com/cook.
Coming up at halftime, Henry Burris with the GMC playbook. It is, you can be your own mocker. Halloween is coming a little early here to Winnipeg.
Well, it's the 28th, Gord. So, I mean, why not? Last
First
time
down.
that the fans can actually dress up.
Andrew Harris gets around the corner and across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Hadn't heard much from him. Why? Because the Bombers hadn't had the football. They'd only possessed it for 5 minutes and 4 seconds compared to BC. 15-35. That's just crazy.
Last week, Winnipeg only had 10 offensive possessions against Toronto.
2 weeks before that, 7 plays in the first quarter.
Gain was 6 at 2nd and 4. Here comes the rush. Davis gets it away. The pass skips in front of Coates, and diving for that football defensively was Lucas Purifoy for the Lions.
Tentative throw by Dominic Davis, understandably so. Hadn't thrown many professional passes in his young career. That one was late and very tentative. Could have been going the other way.
1 for 3 passing so far in the game, and once again, Medlock will have to come on to punt.
They're going to need more special teams play, defensive play, much like they had the last time they played the Lions when they had a pick 6, punt return touchdown. They've got a block punt for a touchdown already. Going to need more of that in this football game.
Tyler Davis back to receive at the 30-yard line. Good kick by Medlock, hangs it high, and Davis at the 30. Bikes out to the 37-yard line. And that's where the BC Lions will go back to work. Brian Burnham crossed the 1,000-yard mark in receiving early in this game. Leads the Lions in receiving yards this year and has 3 touchdown catches in his last 2 games.
Our rum. Our bars. Our way of saying, you're invited. At the Appleton Estate, we are rum people.
Now at Burger King, try the new Bacon King. 2 juicy, flame-grilled 100% beef patties and 6, count them, 6 strips of thick-cut smoked bacon topped with a sesame seed bun. The Bacon King. There's no such thing as too much bacon. Only at Burger King.
Yes means the world to you. When the world keeps saying no, it gives you room to breathe and room to play. Yes should be easy, because life isn't always. Yes is something we've said to over 230,000 Canadians who needed a second chance. When banks aren't an option, we're here with loans up to $15,000, which can help rebuild your credit and put you on a better financial path. Apply online or at one of over 200 branches across Canada.
I will make my farm a true reflection of me. A public display of my passion. There's so much riding on every field, every decision. I've learned to place my respect where it is deserved, and my trust where it is earned. And to be honest, as much as this place depends on me, we all depend on it. I will take pride.
Mention coming up on the GMC Professional Grade Playbook. Henry Burris on the 2 ways you can be your own blocker.
What does Henry know about blocking? We're fixing to find out.
First down, Lions from their 38-yard line. You threw a couple of blocks in your day.
Yeah.
They weren't great, I'll be honest.
Well, come on. I wouldn't lower those big boys. Cut them down at the knees. They'll go down.
Rainey slashes through the Winnipeg defenders. Loeffler brings him down, but not before Rainey's got a gain of 13 yards, a first down to the BC 51.
That's huge. That's huge for Rainey. He only averages 3.2 yards per carry. I was down on giving him the ball in the run game between the tackles, but he does it like a seasoned vet. He looks like Jerome Messam right there.
Jeremiah Johnson inactive this week for BC. On first down, a pass caught by Arsenault, and Manny Arsenault gets away from Randall, then gets stacked up by Opalugo.
It's like the longest stiff arm in the history of stiff arms on Randall. He just stiffed Arnold for about 3 or 4 yards and just kept bearing it down and pulled away from him finally, and Tristan Opalago comes in and finishes the deal. And Manny's got a few words for him too along the way.
Well, as he generally does.
Yep. Plays with an edge, as you should.
Second and long, Jennings under pressure gets away. Now looking up the field, Jennings going to run a long way to go, and Fogg forces him out of bounds into Winnipeg territory, the 53, but well short of a BC first down.
It's Winnipeg's awfully lucky there for BC to being forced to punt the football here. Jake Thomas gets him around the edge, and this guy in open field usually is going to find somebody, and a big play is going to happen, but they rally the football and run him out of bounds.
Fogg takes the punt at the 7-yard line, and a good special team stop there by BC's Chandler Fenner. Still to come tonight on the Shaw Road to the Grey Cup, the Stampeders and the Eskimos at 7 Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific time. Calgary coming off a loss last week to Saskatchewan. The Edmonton Eskimos can still grab second spot in the West Division in the home playoff date. Beat BC in overtime last week. And there's Matt Nichols on the sidelines, helmet on for Winnipeg, but Davis remains in a quarterback. Swings it up for Dressler. Dressler cut down in the open field.
Yeah, he was.
Great tackle there by BC's Kendall James.
Yeah, he was tracking him from a long ways away, coming right to left. See the little bubble screen there? Here he comes. Beelining. Textbook. Looked like he's got contained on the run, on the option, triple option run game. Beautiful. Great open field tackle.
Loss of a yard to play at second 11. Flags are down. Davis under pressure, and he is dropped. Sacked by Alex Bazzi and Chandler Fenner. We'll see what the flag is about. Bombers seem to think it's against BC.
Offside. BC, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Well, that one hurts. This football team, BC, had a nice little stunt up front with Bazzi and Fenner. Two very athletic Ball Hawks. A little zealous on the get-off. Wally's telling him about it, too.
BC maybe out of the playoffs for the first time in 20 years, but Wally's not going quietly.
He hadn't won 272 games by being a mouse over there. When he's got something to say, you'll know about it.
Timer, please reset the clock to read 5 minutes, 19 seconds.
Side jug, Rob Skaggs has got an earful from Guano.
Yeah.
I went to high school with Rob. I think he retired last year. Now he's back.
Well, I thought he blew out a calf like 4 or 5 weeks ago, too.
Correction. The clock ran more. Please reset the clock to read 5 minutes and 42
this is
seconds.
Just Wally. It's just like fanning the flame over there.
Don't stand near him.
I get it, Wally. It's not fun right now. It's like, come on.
He's just venting. Got the clock sorted out? Yes, we do.
There's Mike O'Shea's response to all that. Stoic.
Second down, Winnipeg. 6 to go. Davis throws, and the pass is incomplete for Harris. And the Bluebirds are out in Winnipeg for the backup quarterback, Dominic Davis.
Team is 11-5, struggling over the last 4 weeks, 2-2 in that stretch. Their starting quarterback, Matt Nichols, struggled throughout that stretch. Now he's out of the ball game. Dominic Davis can't hit the broadside of a barn right now, and you're starting to hear the Bluebirds come out.
4 straight 2-and-outs for Winnipeg here in the second quarter. 5.5 to go. Nichols is on the sidelines. And now Medlock to punt from inside his 5-yard line. Good kick. Chases Davis back to his 40-yard line. And not much doing there. Great special teams tackle by Winnipeg's Brandon Alexander. A 52-yard punt, just a 2-yard return. So once again, Winnipeg's special teams and defense getting the job done.
Hey, don't count this football team out. They've been getting it done pretty much all season long. The special teams unit, the covered team, and the return team takes fewer penalties by 8. It's the closest team next to them. Only taken 18 special teams penalties all season long.
It's incredible, Matt.
Yeah.
Only 7 on special teams returns, and those are so costly.
Let's go. Yeah, I mean, because they're usually big. You got a big return next to him. Here you go.
Holding.
Perfect.
BC, number 77.
Right. Perfect.
10-yard penalty. First down, BC.
So back to the 30 they go.
Yes, I'm just saying, don't count the Bombers out. This football team, it's 3 phases, and they'll lean on those other 2 because the offense right now is not getting it done. So they're going to need help from that defense and the special teams. And the Lions help them out there in the hole.
It's a bizarre defense that Winnipeg has. They lead the league in interceptions. They're tied the league in touchdowns in their defense, but they give up a ton of yards and the most big plays.
Yeah, 8 non-offensive touchdowns by the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Long throw for Rainey, and Rainey pushed out of bounds there by Brian Walker. A first down up to the 43-yard line. That's a long throw for Jennings to get 13 yards.
Yeah, it is. They got it. This is the type of throw you've got to have and possess as a quarterback in the CFL. From that hash to the opposite sidelines where he throws, it's 41 yards. So get it out there, stick it on it.
Four and a half to go in the first half. Rainey, the first down carry.
That's Tristan.
Drake Nevis.
That's Drake Nevis just making it happen.
Flies the football there. And marking us no gain at second down.
Yeah, watching this here. That's just straight suicide mission there, and handing the ball off to your running back, not blocking Drake Nevis. second-year player from LSU, saying, not today.
Here comes the rush. Jennings under pressure, down again.
There's defense again, Gord.
And the sack by Jovan Santos Knox. That's his third of the year. And the Winnipeg defense coming up big.
Yeah, Santos Knox, check this out. She's just kind of come in here, a little loop on the inside, and his speed gets him there in a hurry.
Illegal contact on receiver. Winnipeg number 21.
But
this is a 10-yard penalty. It will remain second down.
Wow, so Brandon Alexander is called for illegal contact. The sack negated, and now the Lions are up to their 53-yard line.
I don't know how he had enough time to make a legal contact on the receiver. Jovan Santos Knox was there so quickly.
So the penalty brings up second and short. The Lions had actually lost half a yard on that rainy carry, so get the half back, and it's a first down. Let's see the penalty by Alexander.
Yeah, I'm sure Brandon's going to enjoy this. Number 2 right here to the field. Right here, folks. Manning just kind of blocks him running an out route. He gets called for it. Come on.
First down, and Shaq Johnson lost the football. Makes the catch, but is able to hang on as he dropped the ball for a moment. And they'll mark it as a gain of a couple.
Going back to that, if we can see that again, we're going back to that. It's just amazing because Manny Arsenault's running an out route. I'm not going to let this go. And he just runs his out route and runs into Brandon Alexander. Brandon Alexander has an opportunity to hold his ground as well as anybody.
3-minute warning in Winnipeg. 14-12, the Lions lead.
We took the Camry and we reimagined, explored, crafted, and transformed. It all comes together seamlessly in the beautifully transformed, all-new 2018 Toyota Camry.
It was looking like another week of stellar dinners at the old Davis house. Monday, we had a intimate family meal. Tuesday, we all sat together-ish. But today...
Thursday night, ribs!
Swiss chalet ribs. Yeah, I was a bit excited.
A bit.
Huh?
A lot.
Seasoned in-house, grilled fresh to order, Swiss Chalet ribs bring the whole family together over dinner. Any day, any way. Dinner's ready at Swiss Chalet.
Chunky soup with its abundance of nourishing veggies and big pieces of seasoned meat. Chunky is good stuff you can feel good about. And when you feel good, who knows what kind of good you might do.
Rod Jock Milt back in the studio. 3 minutes till halftime. Coming up where the Bombers sit without a healthy Matt Nichols. Also, where's this Jonathan Jennings been this season? And we'll look ahead to the Eskimos and the Stampeders. Battle of Alberta, part 2 of the doubleheader later today. Back to Gordon Matty.
Thanks, Rod. Second down, Lions from the Winnipeg 53-yard line. Blitz coming. Jennings pump fake, looks over the top. He's got Burnham wide open. Brian Burnham the foot race. Touchdown, BC.
Double
53-yard score. And Burnham, who crossed 1,000 yards earlier, has the touchdown to extend BC's lead.
Double move. Beauty by Brian Burnham. Right side of your screen. Watch him. Right there, gives like a little curl route and up the seam, and it's lights out.
Burnham with his 7th touchdown catch of the year. That's 4 in his last 3 games. Now the point after to make it a 9-point lead.
He's a difference maker. get him involved early, and they did. First play of the ball game, and ever since then, Brian Burnham's been on fire.
And the point after is missed by Long. Fogg can bring this back for 2 if he chooses to. Long way to go. And Fogg finally wrapped up, but that's been an issue for Ty Long. He's missed 6 point afters now this year. Having a great time kicking field goals. He's made 15 straight coming in, but for whatever reason, that distance has been trouble for him.
Snaps a little high, takes Ross kind of out of his cylinder, but ball's down cleanly, and it's just pulled left by Ty Long. And take another look at this double move. You're going to watch a 3 receiver right here. Watch what he does. Going to kind of give him the look that he's going to run a curl in behind that zone right there, and then takes off down the seam. Does a 360 pirouette. Races to the end zone untouched. 7th of the season. Difference maker, Brian Burnham.
And now a 8-point BC lead with 2:46 to go.
There you go. There you go. Nick Taylor, Manny Arsenal. Look at them all. Having fun. It's fun when you got nothing on the line. You just being able to play free like that. It's what they're hoping to see all season long.
Now Long kicks it off. That goes out of bounds. Illegal kickoff in front of Chris Gibbons.
Illegal kick out of bounds. BC number 1. The ball will be placed 30 yards from where the ball was kicked. First down, Winnipeg.
So a first down for Winnipeg at its 45-yard line. 4 consecutive 2-and-outs for the Bombers, with the 28-year-old Dominic Davis at the controls.
Good field position here. Take advantage of it. Andrew Harris trying to get warmed up in the backfield. Lined up right behind Dom.
Here comes the rush. Davis throws over the middle. Dressler makes the catch down to the 42-yard line.
Right over the top of Micah Alway. Dominic Davis feathers this one in there very nicely. Dressler just going to find the zone. Soft spot, push it up, in behind the linebacker. Dominic Davis on the money.
And now Harris on the first down carry gets down to the 41, brought down by Alex Bazzi.
Letting everybody know about it. It's not going to run the football on him today. Alex Bazzi, another athlete brought back in the mix for the BC Lions. Andrew just has not been able to get off. And that 1,000 watch has been put on hold as of late.
Just 5 touches so far this afternoon. Second and long. 3-man rush. Davis has all kinds of time, now delivers that pass well over the head of Coates. And I mean, almost in the stands.
Yeah.
And the people sitting in them aren't happy.
Andrew Harris, you know, he's not getting the ball out of the backfield much, but watch what he does as far as blocking goes. Steps, that's Big Rowe right there. Craig Rowe, 3rd-year player from Michigan, who leads the Lions in sacks, and Harris says, you're not getting my quarterback just yet.
So now a 48-yard field goal try for Medlock. Coates is the holder. Medlock 2 of 2 so far today. And it's good.
Wow, just hanging in there, these Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Smoke and mirrors. Got a little help from their offense there, and Medlock finishes the deal. 2 big kicks from Medlock, getting off the schneid, getting back on track. Nice coordination between the battery there. Chad Rempel, Matt Coates, and Justin Medlock finishing it.
So Medlock 3 for 3 today. Was 2 for 4 last week against Toronto. Had that miss on the final play of the game. Nerem Haralahu, the kicker for Toronto, caught it, kicked it out.
And he missed a couple and a convert against Edmonton, and in a win over Edmonton. And then you look at, that was for a win last week, and they got dominated in most aspects of that football game. Amazing how they stick around with all 3 facets.
First down Lions to the 35-yard line, and Jennings once again can't find anyone open.
Jake Thomas.
And the big man, Jake Thomas, has his 4th sack of the year.
And that's just pushing the pocket. That's just collapsing the pocket.
And BC allows more sacks than any other team in the league. 5 last week against Edmonton, Matt.
Jake just pushing the pocket. Watch him move the big boys in front of him. Push, 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 push. Reach out. Touch someone.
Loss of 6 on the play at 2nd and 16. Jennings. Give it to Rainey. Was he trying to lateral it back? Whatever he was trying to do, it didn't work.
Yeah, Jackson Jeffcoat, Ian Wild, all up in their business.
So another loss on the play. This time of 5. And the Lions go back 11 yards on 2 plays.
Ian Wild just was stepped up into the pocket and was waiting in the hole for the ball carrier, and then Jackson came in and expedited the nastiness.
Fogg from the 40-yard line. And Fogg gets out to the 50. 1:24 to go in the first half. And the Bombers have good field position. Can they do anything with it?
There's Jackson right there.
Daddy, love y'all. Jacqueline, Jasmine, Jan, love you. Jeff Cook playing all day, baby. Let's go.
Dad Jim Jeffcoat, a long-time National Football League player for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, he was.
Hey, look. Show out, baby. Show out. You get rich. We in there, baby. Yeah. D-line.
Wow, those guys never get on, apparently.
Y'all saw Westerman has been on the DL for several weeks, and the rest of the season saw him come in late there, joining the party.
First down, Davis steps up under pressure, and Davis slides.
That's a really good idea. It's a really good idea. Really good idea. You thought he was going to have some room to John up the football field. Watch this thing open up for him. This is called a throwing lane. Slide to your left. Oh, look at that lane. Now step up in it. He thinks he's going to run. He said, abort, abort. Solly in the area. Solly in the area. That guy inflicts some pain.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Davis going to do it again, and this time, look out, doesn't get down in time. He got whacked there by Micah Awe.
Yeah, and Solomon. This is...
Mark him at the 51. That's just short of a first down.
Micah Awe and Solomon Elamimi. This reminds me of Big Hill and Solly right here. Arrive. Oof. Oh, my goodness. Watch this. Whack. Whack. Oh. So you want to be a quarterback.
Dan Lefevre comes in on 3rd and a half a yard. Flags fly. Lefevre gets around the edge, and Lefevre has it easily, depending on the flag.
Lucas Purefoy giving an earful. Dan Lefevre, 5 years in the league. Heard it all before. Nothing phasing me. Offsides. BC.
Unlikely it's Winnipeg, as we mentioned. They penalized for this less than anyone.
Offside. BC. The penalties decline. The gain is greater. First down.
So first down, Bombers at the 45. Davis facing the rush, throws. The pass is caught by Chris Gibbons, and Gibbons gets down to the mark at the 37-yard line, maybe the 38, and a gain of 7.
Dominic's moved his team, his offense, the last couple of series in a position to get a field goal by Medlock last time, and now he's moving late here with 39 seconds on the clock. They go into halftime with a lead, and you'd be scratching your head if you're a Winnipeg Blue Bomber fan saying, how did they do that?
There's Harris on the first down carry. Andrew Harris breaks loose inside the 20. Harris still going. Here's TJ Lee, a little shove out of the way. And the gain is 24.
Yeah, and this is what you want to see if you're the Winnipeg Blue Bombers with your second team quarterback at the helm. You want to see the big boys dominate the line of scrimmage, which you see there. Matt Coates gets a block on TJ Lee, escorting the way for Andrew Harris. Biggest gain of the afternoon.
First down from the 14-yard line.
Like it.
The toss to Harris. And again, the stiff arm. This time brought down by Micah Awe, but again, a good gain for Harris. Gets out of bounds at the 8-yard line.
I love this fake the fly sweep, and then your little pitch to Harris on the edge. Washington holding his man. Pick up about 8 there.
21 seconds to go. Again, out of bounds for Harris, so the clock won't start till the ball is snapped.
Well, this is just unreal how Winnipeg's still in this ball game the first 30 minutes, and they're looking to go in winning at half.
Davis under pressure gets away. Elamimian trips him up at the 5. So now it'll be 3rd and call it a 1.5 yards for BC. Decision time again for Buono. They're actually going to mark him down at the 6.
For O'Shea.
Pardon me, for O'Shea, pardon me.
And
at the 6.
And it looks like they're rolling out.
They're going to kick the field goal.
Medlock, who's back on track here in the first 30 minutes of play.
So 3 for 3 so far this afternoon. This would draw the Bombers within 2.
I like this. Take points, keep the momentum on your side going into the half, and you can say, boys, we did not play well in that first half. In one phase of the game, offensively, defense and special teams somehow kept you into it. Come out, regroup into the second 30 minutes of play.
It's going to be a 14-yard field goal try for Medlock.
And if you're BC, you're just going, how did that happen?
So Medlock punches it through on the final play of the first half. And the Winnipeg Blue Bombers minus their starting quarterback. And without the ball for much of the first half, down by 2. As we send to Rod Smith and CFL Live at the half.
Thank you, Gord. Matty, along with Jock Climbing and Milt Stegall, let's just follow up on what the guys were talking about at the end there. Matt Nichols good. It's not like the Bombers were moving the ball very well, even when Nichols was in there. Dominic Davis comes in, but how concerned are you about Winnipeg's offense?
Yeah, they're concerned. Coming into this game, their main concern was winning this game to get a home playoff game. Now it's all about their all-star, superstar quarterback, Matt Nichols. Will he be healthy, not only for next week, but when they do have that playoff game? Unfortunately, this injury happened right here. No contact, no one hit him. He goes down. We're speculating that it is a calf injury. Of course, I think it was Achilles injury. He wouldn't be able to walk off the field. He wouldn't be able to be on the sideline dropping back. But there's some big concern right now in Bomberland because they don't know how healthy their quarterback is going to be. Because if they don't have him going into the playoffs, they don't have a shot. Dominic Davis, Lefevre, those guys can't get it done. They don't have the experience. We haven't seen enough of them. So they're hoping Matt Nichols can be healthy. Not for next week, but more importantly for that playoff game.
Yeah, that's just hope it's a calf strain or something. And the way he was moving and trying to get it going tells me that's not serious. But is he going to be 100% 2 weeks? That's the question.
Right.
For BC, well, they don't have to worry about 2 weeks from now. They'll be on to other things. But Jonathan Jennings, if he'd played the way he's played in this first half all year, they would be thinking about what's going on in 2 weeks, because this is the Jonathan Jennings that we saw last year. And in particular, it's the way he's hanging in the pocket. What I've noticed about this game in particular is his ability to stand in the pocket and make quick decisions. That's what's been missing. He seems to understand where he's going with the ball pre-snap. And he knows, and he's not hesitating, and he's accurate. His passes, this is the most accurate throwing I've seen. Again, there he is hanging in the pocket, not worrying about the rush, understanding where he wants to go with the football pre-snap. Jonathan Jennings has got 248 yards passing in one half of football. Where has this been all year?
Yeah. Well, they've been the better team, and defense, special teams. The touchdown by Mike Miller. I mean, if I'm Wally Buono, I'm frustrated. You can't challenge it because they're automatically reviewed, and clearly they got it wrong.
Are you trying to set me up for criticizing the referees?
Do you want to defer to Milt?
Let Milt be Mr. Controversial.
And I don't understand this. This is why they review every single scoring play correctly. You can see Matt Miller has the ball, but Ty Long clearly touches him. It's as clear as day. I don't know what they're looking at in the booth. I don't know if their view is blocked, but you can see as clear as day he touches him. Now, would the Blue Bombers score or touchdown this route? I don't know. But at least you have to give BC's defense a chance, an opportunity to come on the field and stop them. So I don't understand.
Maybe it was snack time in the command center. I mean, you know, hey, it happened really quickly, and yeah, I'm from the BC Lions.
But Josh, they have the cameras up in the review where they can slow down everything and see everything. How could they not see that?
I think the key is that somebody has to say, stop everything. Right. At least we need to take a closer look at this, and that was what was missing here. Somebody didn't tell the refs, don't let them go for 2. Hold on, let's have a look.
Well, clearly that's something that's going to be discussed afterwards. When we come back, we're going to discuss the Eskimos and the Stampeders in part 2 of our doubleheader at the half in Winnipeg, and it is the Bombers trailing the BC Lions by 2. Back after this.
Closed captioning is brought to you by CertainTeed, the pro's choice for top quality renovation products. CertainTeed, pro all the way.
When it comes to horsepower, trust Pennzoil. Complete protection for top engine performance. Pennzoil Synthetics. Make the switch at Walmart Auto Care Center.
Who says I shouldn't have a soda every day? Well, my doctor, my dentist, definitely my wife. Hey, wait, we have Better Bubbles. Turn tap water into fresh, sparkling water at the touch of a button. SodaStream. Love your water.
If you have diabetes, why prick your finger when you can scan? With the new Freestyle Libre Flash Glucose Monitoring System, you can check your glucose levels anytime, anywhere. You can do it when you're busy or simply at home. With the Freestyle Libre system, just scan the sensor to see your current level and trends and manage your diabetes. You can do it without lancets. Order yours today at freestylelibre.ca.
So I needed a new truck, but I really didn't feel like shopping around from dealer to dealer. At the same time, I wanted to get the best price possible. I also didn't have the best credit, and I really didn't feel like getting rejected by another bank. That's why I chose Canada Drives. I had no idea buying a truck would be this simple. No stress, no time wasted, just a quick approval, and this awesome truck. It's the way buying a truck should be.
CFL Grade and Grey Cup champion Henry Burris with the GMC Professional Grade Playbook.
It's time to put on your dancing shoes and show us your ability to not go down. Some like to wear dance shoes and break ankles running up and down the field, where others, they just enjoy lowering their shoulders and running over someone, leaving them in their path of destruction. Nevertheless, playmakers will be needed to win games going down the stretch, where it's said that about 5 to 6 big plays help determine each game. Now, I'm sure players like William Powell really understand this. His running ability has helped keep Ottawa's hopes up for a strong run in the playoffs this year. Jerome Messam, on the other hand, chooses a different way to get home. If you think you'll stop him, then get in his way and get ran over. His physical style has helped balance out one of the CFL's best offenses as they look to return back to this year's Grey Cup. There are a number of playmakers making enormous plays with the ball this year, but their heads had better be on a swivel because the headhunters are lurking. See you when the Battle of Alberta takes place later tonight.
This is what Mike Riley plays for, these moments.
Mike Riley does it again. Down the sideline. It's a touchdown. Guy on a mission, Bo Levi Mitchell.
This is a gunslinger. Another money throw from Bo Levi Mitchell.
The legend of Bo continues to grow. What a great rivalry in this province between these two quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's Battle of Alberta, and it leads us to another edition of Ruffles. French time. There you go. Eskimos, they can finish second If Winnipeg loses this game, there's still a possibility they could finish third. They could also be a crossover team once again, like last year. Now, so we know what they have to play for. What about the Stampeders? They've already locked up tops in the West, but the way that things have gone lately, you still think that they have something in line here?
Yeah, you know, they've got the Winnipeg Blue Bombers next week. If they lose this game, and they lose next game, which they could, because the Winnipeg Blue Bombers are a good football team. Do you want to go 0-3 going to the playoffs? I don't care if you're finished first. That's a terrible way to end the season, and it would spell big trouble for them. Calgary, as the boys in the booth were talking about, Calgary and Winnipeg are the only two teams that have not lost 2 in a row. I can recall being on teams where that was our mantra. We do not lose 2 in a row. We rebound. That's what they got to be thinking about right now. We don't lose 2 in a row.
The next 2 teams they're playing, of course, Edmonton, Calgary. Potentially, they could meet them in the West Finals. I mean, Saskatchewan still has an opportunity, but they don't play them. So they want to send a message. They want to let these teams know, yeah, offensively, we haven't been our best, but we can still beat you. We can still get it done. And I think the message that they want to send this week and next week.
Last time the Stampeders lost 2 in a row, by the way, going back to July 2012. It's like 103 games. That is a long stretch, trying to avoid it today. Coming up, part 2 of the doubleheader. In part 1, BC Lions have looked impressive, especially on offense. They still do have the lead by 2 points. Back with the stats after this.
We average a good...
The CFL and NFL have teamed up for a flag football program for thousands of kids across North America. Regionals have been going on across CFL cities, with the most recent in Toronto earlier today. The winners of each regional will travel to the Grey Cup in Ottawa to play in the Canadian finals, and the winner of that will go to the Pro Bowl to compete against teams from the U.S. Congratulations to today's winner. We'll see you in Ottawa. 2018, Lions at the half. For every TD scored today and all season long, Safeway and Sobeys are proud to donate $250 to Special Olympics Canada. Here's Milt with the halftime stats.
Well, we can look at these halftime stats and say how much BC Lions have dominated. Passing yards, net yards, second down conversion, time of possession. But the only thing that matters is the score. Winnipeg is still in this game, but they have to get it done in the second half.
Brian Burnham, 90 yards receiving and a touchdown for the Lions. Here he is with Matthew Schnetti.
Brian, obviously you're able to punch in the end zone a few times to start the half. What do you have to do to carry that momentum into the second half?
Keep holding on to the ball, and we got to keep sustaining drives. The biggest thing we've done is get some first downs and no turnovers. So that's what killed us last game. So if we just keep doing that, keep driving down the field, we'll be okay.
Small consolation, but to get consecutive years at 1,000 yards, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it feels good on a personal note. Right now it's a little bit overshadowed by not being in the playoffs, but you know, it's nothing wrong with taking the time and, you know, appreciating what I've done these past 2 years. So it feels good.
Thanks, Brian.
Appreciate you guys.
Burnham has a touchdown. Rainey has a touchdown. Nick Moore has a touchdown. Manny Arsenal having a big day. Weston Dressler and the Bombers, they're trailing by 2, second half about to begin.
Closed captioning is brought to you by CertainTeed, the pro's choice for top quality renovation products. CertainTeed, pro all the way.
Hi, I'm Jesse. And I'm Ben. We started Hubble because contact lenses are too expensive. At Hubble, our fresh daily contacts are affordable and delivered straight to you. Get your first 2 weeks free at HubbleContacts.com.
Pizza Hut's Triple Treat Box is back. Box number 1, 1 medium pizza. Box number 2, another medium pizza. Box number 3, 8 boneless bites, breadsticks, and a giant cookie. 3 boxes, triple the treats. Triple the chance you'll hug the delivery guy.
Commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Battle of Vimy Ridge with a new $2 circulation coin from the Royal Canadian Mint. Honor the solidarity, bravery, and sacrifice of Canadians who fought together to take Vimy Ridge. Honor Canadian heroes from past and present by keeping this new limited edition $2 commemorative coin from the Royal Canadian Mint. Look for it in your change or get yours today at mint.ca.
Being King Midas, I expect the best of everything. You should too.
And we got all the top brands of tires for winter.
Yes, indeed. Take these Michelin tires, for example. Or these Goodyear tires over here.
We got more in the back.
Visit Midas and get a free winter maintenance package with the purchase and installation of 4 tires. Free service includes oil change, tire rotation, brake check, and more. Trust the Midas touch.
Square now lets you accept debit tap. Yeah, that's right. And processing is free through December. Tap Interact, debit, cards. Oh, you can take credit cards for one low rate too. Sign up free at square.ca.
40 Creek's story didn't begin with a commercial. It began in a humbler place, where it built its reputation by word of mouth, from mouths that had tasted the complex Canadian whiskey. 40 Creek, from a good place.
BC up by 2 after the first half. Here in Winnipeg, the Bombers lose their starting quarterback, Matt Nichols, to injury. Here is Winnipeg head coach Michael O'Shea with our Matthew Shinetti.
Coach, any update on Matt Nichols?
Lower body, won't return.
What did you like about your offense before halftime? What do you want to see out of them in the second half?
Well, a couple quick field goals at the end. We managed to drive the ball. We played well. We got out of bounds to stop the clock, so we managed that part of the game pretty well. We got to just sustain some drives and score some touchdowns.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
There was some movement by the Bombers after 4 consecutive 2-and-outs in that second quarter.
Yeah, and to only be down 2, I think they count themselves very fortunate. Jonathan Jennings had his best half of the season, 18 of 22, 248 yards and 3 touchdowns. For you fantasy folks out there, 22.5 fantasy points. But Gord, telling you, the Bombers are tenacious, finding a way through special teams and defensive field position to claw their way back in this ballgame.
So Winnipeg has not lost back-to-back games all season long. A win today or an Edmonton loss tonight. And Winnipeg will host a playoff game for the first time since 2011.
They're going to have to find a way to do it with Dominic Davis. No turnovers here in the second half. Be smart, get Andrew Harris off, control the line of scrimmage, and see if you can't contain Jonathan in the second half.
Here's Rainey on the kickoff return from his 15-yard line. And Chris Rainey bounces up a couple of tackles and forced out of bounds by Javan Santos Knox up at the 45. Winnipeg, by the way, won the coin toss to start the game, deferred to the second half, and chose the wind in the fourth quarter here in the second half. The wind blowing from right to left as we look at it, and as you see it at home. So the Bombers playing the field position game and the win game in the fourth quarter.
See if Jennings can stay hot here in the second half.
Rainey went out of the 43, and that's where the Lions will start. Play fake to Rainey, and a quick throw there to Nick Moore with a first half touchdown. Moore dives out.
I love it. I love what he did right there.
Good for a first down, a gain of 11.
Yeah, a little point fake and found Moore outside. When he catches this football, boy, he turns straight north and south and picks up the first down. Like to see that. Just a little hitch underneath the defense. Watch him up top here, just going to push back. Straight upfield.
On first down, Jennings over the top for Burnham, and Burnham's got it. Brian Burnham makes the catch with Brandon Alexander right next to him.
Yeah,
gets down to the 11-yard line for a gain of 44.
This is it's pretty simple. This is just straight up seam route. Get on your horse and run, and he's just going to just peel down here as fast as he possibly can. Jennings going to lift it to him with timing, and because it's with timing, he can make a play on the ball, and the DB can't locate it. There it is, back shoulder, big time play for Jennings and Burnham.
Winnipeg gives up more pass plays with 30-plus yards than any other team in the league. Here comes the rush, and Jennings is dropped. The ball came out.
The ball came out too.
Corey Johnson came in on the sack. They're ruling Jennings down by contact, but very nearly a turnover forced by the Bombers.
Yeah, Corey Johnson, big man right here. You can see the back of him. Around the outside. Jennings can't get started on the quarterback.
Second down, Jeff Coates with a chase, and the throw
smart play
by Jennings actually does wind up in the stands. as he literally threw that away.
Watch Jeffco come off the edge here. I love this guy and his horse. He can flat out run. He chases down Jennings like he's slow, and Jennings can scoot.
So Long will come on to try his first field goal of the afternoon. He's made 15 straight. And this one will come from 19 yards out. So make it another 5-point BC lead. And Long puts it through, so the Lions open the second half with an impressive drive, including the big gain to Burnham. Come up with 3 and now lead 23-18 in Winnipeg.
Get a Rogue with up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash or finance from 0% for up to 60 months.
Emergency! Your immunity sidekick.
Ninja your day. Sometimes things can be a little unclear, but your insurance shouldn't be. Switch to Insurance Made Clear.
Visit pizzahotline.ca to take advantage of our third down football deal. Get 3 medium pizzas with any 2 toppings of your choice and 6 cans of any Pepsi product, all for just $33.
Matt Nichols went down in the first half, and it was on a non-contact play, and he just kind of pops it. And what I found out and what I learned is he's been dealing with his calf all week long, and it just kind of resurrected itself right there in a non-contact injury. And he walked on the first half hoping that it would subside, and it hasn't. And he's diagnosed with a lower body injury and won't be playing in the last 30 minutes.
Davis fakes the flip there to Dressler. Now Davis got him. Throws to the sidelines to Coates, wide open, and Coates off and running into BC territory. All the way down to the 33-yard line. Finally brought down there by defensive back Luchez Purifoy, but the gain is 42.
Well, I like the thought process right here with Dominic Davis. Looks very comfortable on the move, spreads that defense out, and he finds Coates for a big gain. Exactly what the Bombers needed here, trying to answer BC's field goal.
On first down, Andrew Harris with the carry. Harris finds some room to run, spins down to the 26-yard line. Brought down there by Solomon Elamimian.
Now watch Andrew Harris just find himself a hold of the backside. Whoop! Slides, nice. Hey, he pushed the hold, little jump cut. Picks up about 6. Second and manageable. And we talk about second and manageable when it's second and 4 to 6, they convert 62% of the time. 7+, only 36% of the time. So that's what I mean by second and manageable. Put yourself in these situations.
And the give goes to the fullback, Chris Normand, and Normand's got the first down. Just his second carry of the year.
Yeah, let the big boy eat. Let him use those lower half tree trunks that he has and moves the pile, picks it up, and lending itself to the big boys eating with their number 2 quarterback behind him now. Get Andrew Harris going. Continue to move the chains. Get Dominic on the move. Don't let the defense pin their ears.
First down for the BC 22. Davis throws it up for Dressler. Gets a block. And then the pursuit arrives very quickly, and that's Lucas Purifoy again with the tackle.
High percentage throw, get the ball on the outside. Weston Dressler typically in these situations.
And Alex Bazzi was into it at the end of the play with Chris Normand.
Here's a look at it. High percentage throw on the outside. Dressler in space. You like the odds, but just a better play by Lucas Purifoy. Open field tackle and a very shifty receiver.
Gain of a yard at 2nd and 9 from the 21. Here comes the rush. Screening off for Harris. Beats the first man. A ways to go for Andrew Harris. And he gets down to about the 14-yard line. Needed the 12.
Well, I credit
Chandler Fenner there to make the stop along with Brown.
I credit Micah Alway for reading this. You can watch Patrick Neufeld. He's going to get out here on Alway, but Alway beats him across his face right here. And he makes Andrew Harris flush back inside. Now pursuit comes. Here comes Solly.
Courtney Brown, newcomer to the Lions, makes the stop.
And they force the Bombers to attempt another field goal here. That was just a heck of a play by Micah Alway. Little Will linebacker, so first-year player from Texas Tech.
Medlock is 4 for 4. He'll try this from 22 yards out. Chance to drop back within 2. And Medlock puts it through. 5 for 5 on the afternoon as Matt Nichols watches from the tunnel. Minus their starting quarterback, the Bombers still in it.
So I needed a new truck, but I really didn't feel like shopping around from dealer to dealer. At the same time, I wanted to get the best price possible. I also didn't have the best credit, and I really didn't feel like getting rejected by another bank. That's why I chose Canada Drives. I had no idea buying a truck would be this simple. No stress, no time wasted, just a quick approval, and this awesome truck. It's the way buying a truck should be.
Our rum, our bars, our way of saying, you're invited. At the Appleton Estate, we are rum people.
Our latte begins with premium Arabica beans, decadent espresso mingling with 100% Canadian milk, a dance of ingredients. And it's pretty great with Timbits. New handcrafted lattes from Tim's, now available in pumpkin spice.
Hey Canada, are you looking for a unique gift? Something that's affordable and will stand out for that person who has it all? Go to 3dcrystal.com. Upload any digital photo from your cell phone or camera, and we'll make it 3D and laser it inside crystal. Perfect for display on the office desk, the mantle, night table, or anywhere in the home. What are you waiting for? Order now, because this really is the coolest gift. 3dcrystal.com.
Sunday Night Football back tomorrow night as the 5-2 Pittsburgh Steelers take on the 3-3 Detroit Lions. Coverage starts at 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific on the TSN networks. So Matt Nichols has made his way now to the Winnipeg sideline.
Yeah, that's a good spot for him, not standing in the tunnel there, because he's a second eye. There's another pair of eyes for Dominic Davis right now. It's going to be instrumental to get him through the second half and keep him on point.
Chris Rainey from the 15-yard line. Runs right into that wave of Winnipeg tacklers.
I wouldn't call it running right into it. He's kind of like eased his way in there. He's kind of unsure on that. Like
Trent Corney came down to make the stop.
And he just kind of like snuggled his way up in to be tackled.
So Matt, here you're talking about Rainey on first down. He's had one 13-yard gain on a first down carry. Besides that, 3, no gain, no gain, no gain, loss of 5.
Yeah, and that is that's what they decided to go with today for protection purposes. With Jeremiah Johnson out, Davis is just not burst enough in the pickup protection aspect of the game right now.
Jennings throws, Moore makes the catch, and Nick Moore gets a couple. The one thing the Lions have done well is convert 13 second and longs in the first half.
That is not their norm, because anything second and 7+, they're only 34.5% conversion rate. I know you hear it all the time. Put ourselves second and manageable. That's why.
Game was 3 at 2nd and 7. Here comes the rush.
Oh, I like this.
Gets it away. And the open field is Rainey. Runs away from Alexander and finally pushed out of bounds by Loeffler. But not before he gets a first down up to the 52-yard line, a gain of 20.
And harping on that point, Gordon, continuing with it, when he passed the ball to Rainey, he averages 9.3 yards a touch. Watch him sneak out here. Pressure over the top of it. They bring pressure from an area. You put a man back in that area and attack him. And here comes Rainey right at you. Whoop. Heads up, coming through.
Here comes the blitz on first down. Jennings stands in, looks for Arsenault. It's picked off by T.J. Heath. Heath with his 6th interception of the year. And the Bombers have their league-leading 22nd interception of the season. And Wally Buono's going to challenge him.
That flag was out before he intercepted the ball.
We'll see if he's successful.
Hi, I'm Darvin. I lost my foot in a lawnmower accident.
Come on, come on.
Today I'm teaming up with the BC Lions to tell kids to play safe.
Cool lion.
Thank you.
What does a lion do?
Run.
Jump. Tackle. Roar. All right, Darvin, show me your roar.
Whatever game you play, play safe. A message from the War Ants.
Somebody needs a bigger boat.
You think?
Auto Trader has boats, cars, bikes, and more. Or what about an RV?
Somebody hasn't read the book.
Visit autotrader.ca.
Square now lets you accept debit tap. Yeah, that's right. And processing is free through December. Tap Interact, debit, cards. Oh, you can take credit cards for one low rate too. Sign up free at square.ca.
When it comes to travel, I sweat the details. Late checkout, down alternative pillows, and of course, price. TripAdvisor helps you book a hotel without breaking a sweat. Because we now instantly search over 200 booking sites to find you the lowest price on the hotel you want. Don't sweat your booking. TripAdvisor, the latest reviews, the lowest prices.
Yeah, TJ, he's a ball hawk back there, and he's got a tall order to cover Manny Arsenault, who's been hot as of late. Manny's a big-bodied receiver, and he's over the top of him, and he's got him well covered here. The ball is launched over the top of Arsenault, and these guys are checking in, watching it on the big screen themselves to see what's going to happen, because BC's challenged this.
Here's the decision.
After review, defensive pass interference, Winnipeg, number 23. The ball will be placed at the 39-yard line. Automatic first down for BC.
He's hitting him right there, impeding his progress to the football, and he kind of propels himself off of Manny to the football, and that's a pretty easy call as far as I'm concerned. Center field's turn, relocates him, but right there, he stops Manny from trying to get to the football, and kind of uses him and propels himself to the football to get the pick, but it's taken off the board.
Effective use of the challenge by Wally Buono. Instead of the Bombers having the ball in BC territory, the Lions drive continues at the Winnipeg 39.
Yes.
Jennings stands in, throws Arsenault the catch, and he's tracked down there by Jovan Santos Knox. And they'll mark him down at the 34-yard line, a gain of 5.
Yeah, up right here, you know, I'm cheating when I'm up here because I see it so quickly. Watch Rainey right here, and he's wide open up from the get-go. They don't have enough people over here, and Rainey's right down the seam, and Jonathan Jennings checks it down. Look at that one in film tomorrow, and you'll be kicking yourself. Love this formation. Empty set 4-2.
4 receivers to the wide side. That's the way they go. Burnham makes the catch. I think it's taken down there by Fogg.
It's like he got sniped there. Gordon.
Markham down at the 30, a gain of 3. This will be 3rd and a yard for the Lions.
If he keeps his feet there and is able to get up, it's an easy first down because nobody's around him. But
well, hang on. Now they confer here. They mark him down to the 31. This is 3rd and 2.
And BC doesn't hesitate. We saw this in the first quarter. Wally out of the playoffs. Nothing to lose here. Everything to gain. See if you can't pick it up.
3rd and 2 Lions. Play fake, throw it down. Burnham makes the catch, a first down and more as he goes out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a flag comes down.
Nick Moore picked up an illegal block after the yards were gained, so it'll be a first down for the BC Lions.
And Manny Arsenault is down jawing with the Winnipeg sideline.
Of course. Because he can't.
After the play was over, major foul, unnecessary roughness, BC number 17, 15-yard penalty enforced from where the ball became dead. First down, BC.
So they scrimmage the ball at the 31, get to the 19, and go back to the 34.
Yeah, love the play call. Going for it, in stride, Burnham, beats Fogg to the edge, and then here's the play. I don't see that as a penalty. Watch, here's the penalty right there. Loeffler, who's used to dishing it out, takes one on this receiving end. And Nick Moore's called for that. And good thing for the Lions. Yards were gained. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Jennings finds Rainey, and Rainey gets wrapped up by Fogg. It's down to the 28-yard line for a gain of 6.
Yeah, Jonathan seems extremely comfortable here in this ball game, more so than we've seen him in the past. And it seems like the Jonathan Jennings that we got accustomed to seeing last year, and just took the league by storm. Had a really nice feel for the game, freewheeling, pressure's off, and you can see that he's just playing the game. This is what you're supposed to do when the game's on the line. And hopefully we can see that in 2018.
2nd and 4. Jennings over the top for Rainey, and Rainey can't make the catch. Spun around. Coverage there from Jovan Santos Knox.
Jennings is giving it to him too. He was not happy. He was giving him a mouthful. Here we go. Nice matchup. Santos Knox, I'll take that all day. He center fields turns and can't locate the football. And Jonathan's like, I think he's upset with himself right there because he's still talking about it.
So now Long will come on to try the field goal from 35 yards out.
Frustrated quarterback there because he didn't spot the ball where he wanted to, and I think he's taking it out and received.
Long has made 16 in a row. Make it 17, and the Lions once again have a 5-point lead. Back and forth they go. Jennings and BC come close, but yet again settle for 3.
When you look for things, when you search the polished showrooms, you're looking for me. Beyond status and capability, you are looking for me. And when you dream, you unknowingly dream of me. I am the end of your search. I am the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, the first sport utility vehicle created by Alfa Romeo.
Can you feel it? It's the start of a new season. It's the postseason. And it's coming to BMO Field for the first time. Toronto, it's time for all of us to pull together and support your Argos as we look to take the East. It's been a long road, but we've persevered. This is our moment. The playoffs start now. Tickets on sale at Argonauts.ca. This is Argos football.
Yeah, this is Jonathan Jennings trying to locate Rainey on a great matchup with Javon Santos-Knox. And after the play, an incomplete pass, Jennings is not happy. And that carries over from the field to the sidelines. And it seems like they've settled things. And Jennings got his point across. And they're still trying to figure it out.
Now they have the advantage of watching it on video.
Yeah, I mean, that's a beautiful thing, right? Instantaneous feedback, and okay, you're right, I was wrong.
Whether you want it or not.
Yeah. Now look at them. They're still like
great football
receivers
expression.
are probably all taking Rainey's position as I am, because I know that Jonathan, given an opportunity, would like that throw back. Kept it in the field and played more on his upfield shoulders opposed to making your receiver center field turn.
Winnipeg again down by 5. Davis pump fake now. The rush closing, and Davis is dragged down by Alex Bazzi.
Just coming in waves there. Got rid of one, and then here comes another one. We've all been there, waiting out, trying to have a good time in the water. And here comes waves of BC Lions past Dominic Davis. There's one. He gets out past that wave, and here comes another one. Gets past that one. He's out. And he just gets swamped.
Loss of 2 on the play brings up 2nd and 12 for the Bombers. Safety blitz is coming. And Davis is dropped again. This time, it's David Menard who gets in. That's 5 sacks by the Bombers.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't blame Dominic Davis here, because you see the safety blitz, but nobody's nobody's looking hot. Here comes a blitz coming downhill here, and then nobody's looking for the football. And he's got to eat it.
So now Medlock comes on to punt. The safety who came on the blitz, Anthony Thompson, is shaken up.
Anthony Thompson, responsible for taking out Darvin Adams a couple weeks ago on a clean hit, shoulder to shoulder, basically.
And not to belabor the point, Matt, but we should point out, in addition to Nichols, no Darvin Adams, no Maurice Leggett.
Yeah.
3 of the most important players for the Lions, for the Bombers, rather, this season.
Yeah, well, no Jamar Westerman either, right? Defensive end that,
right?
I mean, has been seamlessly replaced with Tristan Opalago and obviously Jeff Coat, but well, nobody's crying him a river in the Canadian Football League, because everybody's dealing with the same thing.
Good kick by Medlock. Davis takes the pitch and moves up the field. And Davis gets out to the 51-yard line. Tripped up there by Derek Jones.
One of my favorite shows on television right here, Corey.
Well, because you always are.
Oh, yes.
What's up, Rick? Well, I will pay you $1,000 if you can block me one time one-on-one.
Damn, Mondo. Get your fat ass up, boy. Hey, you too. You got a stupid. Boy. I hit that note.
Did he, though? But did he really?
No, he didn't.
CFL Wired Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on TSN2.
I'm tone deaf anyway, so I couldn't tell you whether he did or not.
First down Lions just outside their own 50-yard line. Here's Rainey on the first down carry. And Rainey finds his way into Winnipeg territory and gets down to about the 52-yard line.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of the game. When you're down there with them players and that CFL Wired, it just takes you right there to what really is going on. And, you know, if you're thinking about becoming an official, you know, which we need, we need a lot of people in that business, to come forward and assume those responsibilities. It's a great way to be involved in the game and be right there in the center of it all.
2nd and a yard, and Rainey runs headlong into Santos-Knox. Javon Santos-Knox has been a real revelation for Winnipeg this year. We're going to mark Rainey down at the 50, so it'll be 3rd and half a yard for BC.
He's got to fill there. That's exactly what you do. Just keep pressing. There's nothing in the middle. Rainey had to bounce it to his left. Santos felt it. He was there to meet him.
Empty backfield for the Lions as Alex Ross comes on, and Ross gets the first down. Minute and a half to go in the 3rd quarter. BC leading Winnipeg 26-21. Bombers haven't lost back-to-back all year. BC comes in having lost 5 straight in 8 of the last 9 after a 4-1 start.
Bombers are tough at home, 6-2. Trying to defend their turf.
And BC just 2-7 against the West so far this year.
They really struggle in those tight games, those close games, and they've been beaten late too, letting some slip away.
Jennings, play fake for Davis, leans back and throws. Burnham can't quite get there. Loeffler there on the coverage, and Jennings got spilled at the end of that play. BC, as you mentioned, Matt, has lost 3 times this year on the last play of the game.
Yeah, coming right off the edge here, just works through a blocker and then makes Jennings throw off his back foot, and he can't locate his receiver.
Another 2nd and long for the Lions. Four-man rush. Jennings flushed out. Now Jones comes up, and down goes the BC quarterback. Derek Jones came racing up, and the Lions are pushed back to their own side of midfield. Jones had a punt block earlier in the game that was scooped up for a touchdown.
Watch right here, and he's going to come out here because Trent Corney goes inside, so he's flushed to his right, and then here comes Jones like he's shot out of a cannon. It surprises Jennings, and he's got to abort the mission.
Long, a good high punt, chases Fogg back to his 5-yard line. And now Fogg gets out to the 13, so another big punt by Long. And we have reached the end of the 3rd quarter. The BC Lions still with a 5-point lead as they battle here in Winnipeg. The Bombers trying to secure an elusive home field playoff spot.
The flags are waving. The supporters are jumping. It's Christian to Jets. It's spectacular. Skeeter, he's got another one. And it's a 5-star performance from the Whitecaps. An all-Cascadia clash with Seattle awaits.
They're the champs. I like knocking champs off perches.
Seattle Sounders, be ready, be prepared, because this team's for real.
We live in a world obsessed with numbers. They tell us where to go, how to act, and who to love. But there are those who refuse to be defined by them. And for those, the ones who choose to live beyond numbers, there's infinity. An experience that can't be quantified, but discovered in every detail and felt from the inside out. So stop counting and look beyond the numbers. Infinity, empower the drive.
Back in Winnipeg, the numbers through 3 quarters of play. A wide edge for the BC Lions, 334 net yards to 175 for Winnipeg. 4 sacks by the Bombers in the football game. Time of possession, a 2-1 edge for the BC Lions over the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. We should point out, though, Matt Nichols, the starting quarterback for the Bombers, leaves the game early in the first half. Darvin Adams, by far the most productive receiver this year, has been out for 2 weeks now. Looks like it's going to be defense and special teams for Winnipeg.
No question, 55 total yards by the Bombers in the 3rd quarter there. So don't expect a lot of help from that offense. It's going to be special teams and defense. Somebody's going to make an explosive play either for Winnipeg or the BC Lions here in the 4th quarter to be the difference in this football game. Bombers starting backed up deep in their own territory. Got to be able to flip the field here.
Give it off to Harris, and Andrew Harris with some instant field position across the 25.
That's the way to do it right there. Absolutely, getting her done. This is the way you eat. Let the big boys feed up front. Let Andrew Harris get involved. Get out of your own end. Big first down pick up and run for Andrew Harris to start this fourth quarter.
Entering this game, Matt, the Bombers had started 20 drives inside their 20-yard line and had not scored a touchdown all year. Here's Harris, flags are down, and Harris finds his way out to the 34-yard line. Gain of 9 or 8.5 on the play.
Those flags came from the back judge and the side judge.
From a long way away.
Yes. So it sounds like there's too many men on the field.
Many men on the field. BC, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's going back to the officiating. You know, there's 7 officials on the field at one time, and everybody's got a job, and it's those 2 gentlemen right there to count the players on the field, and they got caught cheating.
First down, Bombers from their 36-yard line. Davis for Dressler, and the ball comes out.
You don't see that very often. It's a play that is a difficult play that he makes routinely, and that time it slips away from him. Weston Dressler usually makes that happen. Hey. And when you're Dominic Davis, it's tough when you see that ball on the turf, because you know you're facing 2nd and 10, and the percentages are not in your favor.
Now Davis under pressure, can't get away. Dropped by Junior Luke.
I love that name. Yeah, Junior Luke is in the middle. I believe he's right here, and he's just going to kind of collapse the pocket, which those big boys do. 3 technique, right on Goosen, pushing it back, gets him on his heels, puts him on skates, and gets to the quarterback.
And so Medlock will come back on to punt. He's 5 for 5 on field goals this afternoon. And a good kick. Davis back at the 35-yard line. And he got straightened up right away by Winnipeg's Ian Wild. And the Winnipeg Blue Bombers send BC back to its own 40-yard line as Davis is meeting this Lions defense up close.
Me and you just singing on the train. Me and you listening to the rain. Me and you sitting on the lawn. Me and you just singing our song just to rhyme, to shine and to pass the time.
Right now, get up to 20% of MSRP cash purchase credit on select 2017 vehicles, like the GMC Sierra. See dealer for details.
Healthy, delicious dinner just got a whole lot easier with Chef's Plate. Make step-by-step recipes in 30 minutes or less with perfectly portioned, farm-fresh, local ingredients delivered to your door. Get 50% off your first order at chefsplate.com/cook.
This is not a cloud. This is a tomato tracked from farm to table on a blockchain, helping keep shoppers safe. This is a financial transaction secure from hacks and threats others can't see. This is a skyscraper whose elevators use IoT data and AI to help thousands get to work safely and efficiently. This is not the cloud you know. This is the IBM Cloud. The IBM Cloud is the cloud for enterprise. Yours.
The CFL on TSN is brought to you by the 2017 GMC Sierra Elevation Edition. Get noticed like a pro. Dan Lefevre warming up on the Winnipeg sidelines. Hasn't thrown a pass in 3 months. Last pass he threw was July 21st against BC. Lions lead by 5. Here's Rainey on the first down carry. And he's taken down by Jackson Jeffcoat after a gain of 4.
Yeah, Jonathan Jennings having a heck of an afternoon. He's 26 of 33 for 354 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions, something that's bit him in the backside this season.
As you mentioned, Matt, 0 for 4 in his career against Winnipeg.
Yeah. Got to keep it clean from here on out. You want to get a win at Investors Group Field.
Winnipeg has 5 sacks in the game. Jennings throws. Arsenault the catch. The ball comes out. Scooped up by Brian Walker. And Walker taken down by Arsenault. A flag comes down late.
That's probably going to be on Manny for tackle him out of bounds. So they're going to get even better field position here. And there's that defense and that turnover that's been biting the BC Lions all season long. Last 10 games. Minus 18 in the turnover differential, make it minus 19 now. And that puts Winnipeg in a favorable situation here early in the 4th quarter.
After an interception, major foul, or scholar, BC number 84. After distance to the goal, first down to Winnipeg.
There's the horse collar tackle by Arsenault. So now, down to the 14-yard line they go.
Yeah, and you maybe wonder if that was a catch and a fumble, and it looked like it to me because Manny Arsenault had complete control of that football, made a football move, actually switched hands, and the ball was poked out. And
all turnovers are automatically reviewed. This play considered good. Winnipeg, 4th time in the red zone. The first 3, field goal, field goal, field goal.
It'd be nice to get 6 here if you're Bombers. Good way to do it, too.
Harris on the carry. Bounces off Elimimian and crosses the 10-yard line down to the 8.
Yeah, you can't afford to continue to take field goals here, but you know, Winnipeg Blue Bombers play things close to their chest and best, and Mike O'Shea's not afraid to take 3 here if that's the case.
Now they go to the hurry up with Lefevre throwing to Harris, and the ball is incomplete.
Don't have a choice now.
So Harris, or Lefevre rather, set up with great field position, but once again, the field goal team has to come on for Winnipeg.
You can't catch it for him. That looked like one of my passes right there. Option pass. Oh, Tom Wilkinson taught me that one. The option to catch either end. Dan Lefevre, you know, he did a cardinal sin there as far as a quarterback goes. He tried to aim it as opposed to just sticking it on his receiver. He aimed it, and therefore it was errant. It's on the ground.
Medlock 5 for 5 once again to draw the Bombers within 2. He does. It's a 5-point lead, a 2-point lead, a 5-point lead, a 2-point lead. And now with 11:19 to go in the 4th quarter, it's BC up 26-24.
Bigger doesn't mean stronger. Don't be defined by a weight class. Bring the heat. Pack a punch. Come back for more. Like a charge. Like lightning in a bottle. Mighty like a pro. The all-new Terrain, the compact SUV from GMC. We are professional grade.
I'm a modern guy, which means I do my banking with this. I can even buy things with it. If I'm over my spending limit, my bank lets me know. I just opened an account on my phone in minutes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to my modern life. What do you see? The future?
CIBC. Banking that fits your life.
Being King Midas, I expect the best of everything. You should too.
And we got all the top brands of tires for winter.
Yes, indeed. Take these Michelin tires, for example. Or these Goodyear tires over here.
We got more in the back.
Visit Midas and get a free winter maintenance package with the purchase and installation of 4 tires. Free service includes oil change, tire rotation, brake check, and more. Trust the Midas touch.
Your favorite Hicks are back for a special Halloween episode. Letterkenny, The Haunting of Modine's 2, now streaming only on Crave TV. Start your 1-month trial at cravetv.ca. Lions start at the 35-yard line. Their lead once again shaved down to 2. Jennings throws to Moore. A flag comes down as Randall makes the tackle. Moore gets out to the 40 for a gain of 5.
Yeah, and looks like it's going to be roughing. Roughing the passer. Winnipeg 94. 15-yard penalty first from the end of the play. First down. Jackson Jeffcoat on the outside. He's right here, and he's going to be a little late to Jennings. He just pushed him on the shoulder, and Jennings goes down, and Jackson's in disbelief.
First down BC at midfield. Four-man rush. Jennings takes off, and Jennings dives down across the 45 and should have another BC first down.
I don't know if he's diving, Gordo. Looks like he's just trying to find a spot to lay down because he knows that danger's lurking. This is a nice, timely call by Kahari Jones. Santos Knox, who's a heck of an athlete. Jackson in pursuit. TJ Heath in the vicinity. Jennings finds the turf wisely.
And they'll mark him just short of a BC first down. Now Jennings will move the sticks as he dives across the 45.
Yeah, you know, game's in the balance right here. 26-24, obviously. And Winnipeg defense came up with a huge turnover last series. They haven't scored a touchdown the entire game. It's a block punt picked up by Mike Miller, went into the end zone for a touchdown. Should have been down by contact, but that was let happen. And 6 field goals by Medlock, and the Bombers are 2 points down.
Jennings to the sidelines to Moore. Rolls out of bounds at the 40 for a gain of 4.
It's like Moore's down there and his feet kind of got stuck there. You know, just work back to the football. He might be able to make a play on it and get some more yards, but he's just kind of waiting on the football, which is low, but work back to it, and he got a chance.
So the Lions on the move here now, facing a 2nd and 6. Been great on second down so far this afternoon.
62% conversion rate here.
Jennings has time up the sideline for Rainey and behind Santos. Knox! Count it! Touchdown! That time he made the grab.
Wow.
Chris Rainey hauls it in from 40 yards out. And now the Lions extend their lead to 8 with a point after to come.
Yeah, Jennings knows where he's going with the football already. Looks the defense off. Favorable matchup. Javon Santos Knox, who's a great athlete. Boy, he had his arm in the way, too, of Rainey looking at trying to distract him, and Rainey just makes a heck of a shoulder, fading backwards, falling down in the end zone. There's the explosive play.
So Jennings goes over 400 yards passing on the afternoon. He has got 4 touchdown passes. And this now is long to make it a 9-point lead. And he does.
Well, Winnipeg's got to dig down deep in their bag of tricks. No offensive touchdowns on the game. They got to find something right now.
Second touchdown catch of the game for Rainey. And the Lions lead 33-24.
How do you want to live? As a decent person? Good husband? Is that it? Good? Of course not. King of the Hill? Better. Top of your game? Win. All powerful. Like a boss. Like a pro. We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade.
Right now, get up to 20% of MSRP cash purchase credit on select 2017 vehicles, like the GMC Sierra. See dealer for details.
Our latte begins with premium Arabica beans, decadent espresso mingling with 100% Canadian milk, a dance of ingredients. And it's pretty great with Timbits. New handcrafted lattes from Tim's, now available in pumpkin spice.
Cooper tires on the ground, go round and round, round and round.
car or warranty. And what you need, the tires on the car help keep you safe. They grip the road when you hit the brakes.
Your tires matter. So count on Cooper, an American company since 1914.
The tires on the ground go round and round.
Square now lets you accept debit tap. Yeah, that's right. And processing is free through December. Tap Interact, debit, cards. Oh, you can take credit cards for one low rate too. Sign up free at square.ca.
I can tell you right, Jonathan Jennings sees a favorable matchup. Santos Knox on his man right there. And watch what happens. He runs a wheel route, and the track meet is on. Ball's out, spotted perfectly, count it. Explosive play, Lions, 9 points out in front.
And he's got 2 touchdown catches on the day, 5 on the season. Jennings 408 yards, 3rd career game with 400 plus, and Mike O'Shea's defense is once again giving up a lot.
Yeah, they are. Got a ball's off the tee.
Last week they gave up 556 total yards to Toronto,
and had a chance to win a ball game on a 39-yard field goal by Medlock. And we saw Liram Hajrullahu with a great play out of his own end zone win the ball game for Toronto, making sure that point wasn't scored. And huge win for Toronto, makes the game interesting next week in BC when Toronto travels across the country to win that one and try to take first place in the East.
Long kicks it off. And it's taken by Gibbons. And Gibbons moves up the sidelines, pushed out of bounds at the 40. Pushed out.
Earlier,
Deshaun Davis.
Earlier, Gord, Rainey and Jennings not connecting on the same matchup, and they had an earful and a little talk in a little powwow, and it kind of escalated. And then here, they iron things out. The little iPad, little notebook on the sidelines, does them wonders, and they figured it out for a big score.
Here comes the blitz. Lefevre stands in and throws, and the pass is incomplete for Clarence Denmark.
Well, Dan Lefevre looks like he's going to go the rest of the way, and finds himself down by 9. We know he can use his legs, and if I'm BC, I'm going to try to keep him in the pocket, make him beat us with his arm, and not put him in a situation where he can gut you with his running mobility.
3-man rush. Lefevre throws, almost intercepted by Elamimian in front of Weston Dressler.
Yeah, that ball should have never been thrown, as Solly was underneath it with the man over his back. Lucius Purifoy was over the top, and he still tries to fit it in there. That should have been going the other way. There it is, coming right over the middle on a dig route, trying to find Dressler. Wow. It's a good thing it was an errant pass, because Solly was going the other way.
Medlock kicks it deep to Davis at the 25. And Santos Knox gets down to limit the return to 1.
Get noticed like a pro in the 2017 GMC Sierra Elevation Edition.
Gord Miller, Matt Dunnigan, Matthew Shinetti, our TSN production crew here on this Saturday afternoon. Matt Nichols looking on, injured in the first quarter of this football game. Non-contact injury. Now the question is, will he be able to play next week when Winnipeg goes to Calgary? Bombers can still clinch a home playoff date if Edmonton loses tonight to the Stampeders. Here's Rainey on the first down carry, gets out to the 33-yard line.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, up by 9. Got to be smart here. We saw on 2nd and 6 last time, just chunk it deep with a favorable matchup, score 6. So this is a team that's been playing all afternoon be of any weight on their shoulders, any significance. Very fluid, very productive offensively. Expect to be aggressive right here.
On 2nd and 7, Jennings throws, and the pass incomplete for Burnham, so the Winnipeg defense does the job, as the Lions will have to punt.
Burnham's open. Jennings missed him on that throw. He's having a solid afternoon, and he just missed Burnham there to move the chains. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just relax. Sticking on him, Jonathan. He's talking to Kahari about it. Barnum's got 10 catches, well over 1,000 yards.
And Fogg gets buried at the 35-yard line. Chandler Fenner now on the special teams tackle for the Lions.
He had 6 of those last week, Gordon. In fact, 13 total tackles last week. Chandler Fenner absolutely ball hawking that side. Lucius Purifoy, Chandler Fenner. We sat him down yesterday and put a mic on him, and what an engaging, fierce competitor he is.
Lefevre remains in at quarterback. Goes the other way. Look out. If Andrew Harris had caught that, it was pick a rib time.
Yeah, rib fest. Yeah, Lefevre's 0 for 4 to start his afternoon, and not instilling a lot of confidence in that offense and his receivers and running back on that play as he set him up there for a big hit. Trying to check it down. Defense read it.
Now under pressure, Lefevre rolls away, throws back across his body. That's picked. Intercepted by T.J. Lee. And Lee gets down to the Winnipeg 42-yard line. That's the first turnover forced by the BC defense in 5 games.
T.J. Lee making it happen. This is easy pickings. Throw across your body. Can't do this as a quarterback. You let it roll here, and you're going to watch him be flushed to his right. And this is easy pickings for anybody right here watching. He's going to break in a football.
Lefevre 0 for 5 passing with an interception.
Yeah, this is trying to make something happen, going against what you've been taught all your life as a quarterback. Throw against your body. Angles in favor of the defense there, and T.J. Lee says, thank you.
Now the play fake to Rainey. Jennings throws a bullet.
Got it.
Picked off right back.
Loeffler with his first of the year.
And Loeffler off and running. He's got a convoy in front of him. Jennings cuts him down at the 47-yard line. Another interception for the Bombers.
Taylor Loeffler, last season as a rookie, had 4 interceptions, was a CFL All-Star. And watch him. He's right here in the middle of your screen. He's going to flow to this side, beat Johnny on the spot. The ball is thrown high, tipped in the air. DB's working the tip drill all the time. Go scoop it up 1-6 for your first of the year. He has a wherewithal to get up, plucks it off the turf right there, makes a nice return, puts Winnipeg back on the field. They need to make this count.
It's nice to see the long hair cascading over number 16 in Winnipeg's uniform, like it did so many years ago. Hey, all business at the front, all party at the back.
And that is old school right there. Love me some Taylor Loeffler.
First down, Bombers from the BC 46. Lefevre steps in and throws. Dressler makes the catch. A first down and more down to the 32-yard line. First completion for Lefevre.
There you go, Dan. There you go. Little hook route, little curl. Go back to the basics. Pitch and catch. Been throwing those all your life. You know how to do it. Stick it in there. Coming right at you. Dan Lefevre, first completion of the afternoon.
Under 5 to go here in the 4th quarter. Lefevre screens it for Harris, and he gets whacked.
Oh, no. Harris.
Chandler
Fenner. Just talking about how he brings the heat. Oh, that's...
And Harris is in trouble.
Yes, he is. That was Davis. Sean Davis on the hit. Yeah, they'll take him off the field and look after him. That's the Winnipeg Blue Bombers' key to success right there.
Even Wally Buono, who used to coach Andrew Harris, came out to check on his former player.
Well, the screen pass was low to Harris. It was low to Harris and late, and it's kind of feathered in there. Watch how he's got to adjust his route. If he's sticking on him, the ball's floated low. He's got to go get it, and he turns around, and then it's hello from Deshaun Davis.
Now, the Bomber fans booing. They thought this was a helmet hit.
No, that's not. That is a football play. Look how low he's got to go. He's redirecting himself here, trying to get on track, and then Davis, who's already bent down in the tackling position and low himself, makes a nice hit on Andrew Harrison. Unfortunately for Harrison, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, looks like his afternoon is done.
That's Matt Nichols out, Andrew Harris out, Darvin Adams already out, Maurice Leggett out.
Those are 4 frontliners right there. That's just a football play there. Unfortunate the ball wasn't spotted properly by Lefevre, and Harris is on the wrong end of that.
Loss is 5. It's 2nd and 15. Lefevre up and throwing, and the pass caught at the sideline by LaDainian Washington.
That was a heck of a
Washington
throw.
has a first down to the BC 20.
That was a heck of a throw, and they needed it right here. You're in 2nd and long, and this ball is put out there where only Washington could catch it.
And now the hurry-up offense goes to work. Lefevre under pressure running, gets cut down the sideline. And once again, it's Deshaun Davis.
Yeah, Lefevre's not happy with that hit because Lefevre thought it was low. And Deshaun Davis is right in the middle of it right now as he takes out Harris on his 100th catch of the afternoon. And there he takes out Lefevre low, and Lefevre spiked the ball in disgust because of it.
Now Lefevre stands in, flag comes down. And that time it was Chandler Fenner as the pass was intended for Chris Gibbons. That'll bring up 3rd down for Winnipeg pending the flag.
Yeah, and it looks like Luke Jr. saying
Winnipeg, number 69, penalties decline, 3rd down.
So now it brings up a 3rd down play, and once again, the field goal unit comes on for Winnipeg.
Yeah, this is the pitch and catch, and then you've got Fenner coming in, cleaning up the house, making sure that Chris Gibbons can't catch that one. There's holding on the play. And here we see Medlock attempting his 7th field goal of the night.
He's 6 for 6 so far. It is a 2-possession game regardless, so
got to have these points.
And Medlock puts it through. 3.5 to go here in the 4th quarter, and now the BC lead is cut to 6.
Well, he's their biggest threat. 7 field goals, a punt for a touchdown, and that's the extent of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers scoring here this afternoon.
5 red zone trips for Winnipeg, 5 field goals.
Yeah, it's not good enough. Not good enough, particularly against a hot offense in the BC Lions that is seamlessly going up and down the football field on defense. It's been giving it up lately.
So the interception leads to 3, and this is the first half of our twin bill today still to come. The Stampeders and the Eskimos, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah, so everything that Jennings has done to this point doesn't mean a thing. You got to move the chains here and keep the ball and make it happen.
Rainey with a first down carry. A first down and more. Rainey up and running. Rainey's still going.
It's over.
And they're not going to get him. Rainey stumbles and finally dives down in front of Winnipeg's Brian Walker. Looked like he was gone.
Yeah, I can't believe he was corralled there. That's an explosive play for the Lions when they needed it right there.
A 56-yard run for Rainey. And we've reached the 3-minute warning in Winnipeg. Lions lead the Bombers by 6 on the CFL on TSN.
It was looking like another week of stellar dinners at the old Davis house. But today,
Thursday night ribs!
Grilled fresh to order. Swiss Chalet ribs bring the whole family together over dinner. Any day, any way. Dinner's ready at Swiss Chalet.
Whether it's new business, new boss, or new romance, these are the designer moments.
Now through Sunday at Moore's, select designer suits are $299.99. Plus buy one, get one free on select items.
Tailored for Canada. Tailored for you.
For over 90 years, Canadian homeowners and professionals have chosen STIHL to get the job done. Only at authorized dealers, you'll find STIHL quality outdoor power equipment at affordable prices, with blowers starting at $189.95, chainsaws starting at only $259.95, now with the free Wood Pro kit. Fuel or battery products are available at over 1,000 STIHL dealers across Canada, where it's easy to find expert advice, on-site service, and Canada's #1 selling brand of gas-powered equipment. Find your dealer today at stihl.ca.
I will make my farm a true reflection of me. A public display of my passion. There's so much riding on every field, every decision. I've learned to place my respect where it is deserved, and my trust where it is earned. And to be honest, as much as this place depends on me, we all depend on it. I will take pride.
With the Lions pressing for more, we're getting set for part 2 of our doubleheader. Bo Levi Mitchell. The Calgary Stampeders, they've locked up first. But what about the Edmonton Eskimos and Mike Riley? Could still finish second, third, or fourth. Big game today in Edmonton. Let's go back to Gordon Matty.
Jonathan Jennings and the BC Lions have the ball at the Winnipeg 19.5-yard line. Jennings closing in on a career high for passing yards in a single game. Andrew Harris makes his 100th catch of the year, gets belted, and has gone to the Winnipeg locker room.
On top of losing Matt Nichols in the first quarter on a non-contact injury, coupled with Darvin Adams, Mo Leggett, Westerman out of the lineup already. Bombers in a tough spot.
And BC with a first down. Back they go to Rainey. And Jeffcoat drags him down, but Rainey gets inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. And picks up 6 on the play.
Yeah, as a receiver, you're always not asked just to go out there and catch footballs. Brian Burnham on that play was asked to block the defensive end to help his running back, Chris Rainey, out. Turns out 5 yards. Winnipeg.
So Winnipeg used its timeout in the last 3 minutes. Only allowed to use 1. That'll stop the clock at 2:38. So if Edmonton were to win tonight against Calgary, that would set up a final weekend showdown. The Bombers are in Calgary. Edmonton plays Saskatchewan.
And Toronto already trying to secure first place next week when they go out to BC. They need a win there because Ottawa's moved out front out east with their win last night over Hamilton in a crazy game you called, Gord. It was a back and forth battle, and Ottawa clawed its way back to 8-9-1 where they were last year at this point.
2nd and 4. Rainey won't get there.
No.
So the field goal unit will come on for BC.
And that's not a bad thing because they're up 6. They make this up 9. It's a 2-possession game, and we have not seen Winnipeg in the end zone, and that is not. It kept him in check, and he is sitting in the tunnel at this point. That, if you're a Bomber fan, that's something you didn't expect at the start of this football game, something you don't want to see. Star running back sitting down on a stool watching his team.
So Long will try a 20-yard field goal. 2 for 2 in the game. He's made 17 in a row.
Did you just jinx him?
There's no such thing as jinxes. We've been over this. He can't hear me.
The football guys can.
Oh, boy. They don't listen to me. I'm a hockey guy.
No, you're not, Gord.
Please reset the clock to read 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
You're very good at hockey. You're also very good at football. And I know deep down in your heart, you're a football guy.
I do like this game.
Kind of hard not to.
Feels like football, huh?
Yeah, it does. This weather we have here is perfect for the game. Well, I just hate to see these players going down.
Yeah. And Long from 20 yards out to make it a 9-point lead. Fires it through. And so with 2:14 to go, 36-27 in favor of BC. The Lions trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. And Andrew Harris, arms folded, looks on. This has not been a great afternoon for the Bombers in a number of respects, but these two injuries are critical.
Non-contact one, Matt Nichols, a calf that I have found out that he's been dealing with throughout the week, and it reared its ugly head, and he's forced out, never returned. And then here Harris on a ball that was thrown low on a screen, turns around, and Deshaun Davis trucks him, and he's taken off the field immediately. And there's a lot of concern for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and their star players right now as they're falling down.
Making his way back to the sideline. By the way, Harris becomes the second running back in CFL history with 100 receptions this season. Yeah. The other was a hybrid running back, slot back, Craig Ellis.
Craig Ellis, phenomenal. He did it twice over the course of his career as a running back, went over 100 yards, and he was a valuable weapon because he can do it out of the backfield, certainly with his hands. And Andrew Harris has shown everybody his entire career how dangerous he is. Boy, you hate to see him in that condition right now. Frustrated, disappointed at this point.
This is Givens. And Chris Givens pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So 2:09 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Lefevre remains in a quarterback.
Yeah, you got your 13 quarterback on the field. Your star running back's down. And you're down by 9 with 2:09 on the clock. You got him right where you want him.
Now Lefevre is in his 5th year. Spent 4 years with the Ticats.
But, yeah, and how many starts has he made? 15?
Not that many.
And it's a tall order right now.
Now Washington the catch. And Ronnie Yell makes the tackle. The ball comes loose. And Matthias Gosen picks it up and rumbles for 5 more up to the 41.
He knew what he was doing. Gotta love it. Just didn't even hesitate. Lefevre puts it on the money to Washington on another curl route. Ball comes, the ball was out. He was down by contact. But Gosen doesn't know that. He picks it up.
7 career starts for Lefevre.
7.
It's less than 15.
Yes, it is. I was just guesstimating. That's that ball was down by contact. They're calling an incomplete
After
pass.
review, the ball carrier was down with contact at the 35.5-yard line. It will be second down.
Injured BC Lion on the play. It's Ronnie Yell who's on that stop.
Lefevre can't get to play, so he called for it again. Ronnie Yell's being escorted off the football field. It's that time of year. Players are just fatigued and battling. It's unfortunate to see these players going down like they are.
By the way, next week, Winnipeg plays Calgary on Friday. Edmonton plays Saskatchewan on Saturday.
So Edmonton will know their fate. Possibly.
Possibly. Or their opportunity.
Yes.
On second down, Lefevre throws it out. The catch is made by Chris Normand. And Normand dives up to the 45 for a Winnipeg first down.
The option pass out to Normand in the flat. There it is. Secures it the 3rd time around. Picks up the first down.
Now Lefevre firing it up the sidelines, and the pass is picked off. Intercepted by T.J. Lee in front of Matt Coates. Second pick of the game for Lefevre. And Lee has has his 3rd interception of the year.
Well, that's a big one right there, snuffing down any hopes for the Bombers coming back in this football game. Top of the screen, Matt Coates on T.J. Lee. Lefevre's probably thrown to Coates a bunch during practice, feels comfortable with him, pushes the ball, and Lee's got a better play on it than Coates does.
And now 1:43 to go, and the Lions have the ball back. Rainey on the first down carry. Gets out to the 29-yard line, so the Lions look good to end their losing streak.
You didn't hear nothing.
And so does Jonathan Jennings against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, finding his first victory over the Bombers in his career. He's now 1-4.
And BC's got something to play for next weekend. An important game against Toronto. The Argonauts trying to clinch first place in the East. You want that in the final weekend.
They're playing for the jobs.
Yeah, and it might be Wally Buono's last game with the BC Lions. We don't know. He hasn't said.
Well,
might not be his decision.
That's exactly it.
If the Lions are sold in the offseason. Rainey slices off tackle as a first down.
That's just
gets down to the 41-yard line.
That's what you want to do if you're the BC Lions. Just put them out of their misery, control the clock, the line of scrimmage, and Rainey has had a heck of an afternoon here. Gutting them for a critical first down. 1:11 on the clock. Grinding it right now.
So the Bombers will lose back-to-back games for the first time this season.
Fall to 6-3 at home.
Now the question next week will be the health of Matt Nichols, the health of Andrew Harris. But first the Bombers will go watch the Edmonton-Calgary game and hope for a Stampeder win that would still clinch a home playoff berth for the Bombers.
Well, this team is definitely stumbling down the stretch. 2-3 in their last 5 games and losing some key components of their arsenal in the process, and got to find a way to dig down really deep, deeper than they have all season, to right this ship before going into the playoffs, no matter where they end up. Low-legged right there on crutches, torn Achilles,
non-contact.
Non-contact play. Been there, done that. Ugly feeling. Not a very painful injury. Your leg just implodes.
Timeout, BC. Timer, please reset the clock to read 28 seconds.
Low-legged can't wrap his head around it. This guy right here, Jonathan Jennings, he's wrapped his head around this ball game from the get-go. First drive, he finds the end zone, and he was on fire. Second highest total of his career to this point, 408 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a pick. His favorite target was Brian Burnham. Well, he lit it up. He seemed very comfortable, poised. Seemed like the Jonathan Jennings that we got introduced to last year as the BC Lions starter.
Player of the game brought to you by the Nissan Titan, official vehicle of the CFL. Burnham 152 yards receiving in the football game.
Got him in fantasy?
No. I'm not in that. Roland Mbala.
It's another carry.
Rumbles across the
8th of the season.
48-yard line. Will bring up 3rd down with 24 seconds remaining.
He may have to take a shower after this game. Now, Raleigh Mbala is one of the most valued pieces of the special teams puzzle of BC Lions. Jason Araki retired last year. Those two guys were just menaces. Mbala destroying people on teams with Araki, and definite leader of that football team.
BC let the clock run down. Dominic Davis and Dan Lefevre combined 12 of 24, 124 yards, 2 interceptions. Lefevre had both picks.
Yeah, playing from a deficit and forcing the issue, making some young mistakes.
BC number 10, this is a 10-yard penalty. Timer, please reset the clock to read 4 seconds.
There'll be 4 seconds remaining. And the Lions will run it out. Yes, sir.
Let me take this opportunity to congratulate you on a heck of a 2017 football campaign for the CFL, brother. I know this is your last call this year, and then you're going to go over to the dark side. But,
the cold side.
Yeah, and no, you're certainly outstanding for the CFL and your calls. It's an honor to get
this Jennings just heaves it up
with you.
Well, it's been a pleasure. And now the road to the Grey Cup continues. Less than a month to go to the Grey Cup game. The BC Lions won't be in the playoffs, but they'll have a say in deciding if Toronto wins the East or not. In the meantime, for the Bombers, a home playoff date remains up in the air. 36-27 the final score in favor of the BC Lions. For Matt Dunnigan, Matthew Shinetti, all of us at TSN, I'm Gord Miller. I'll send you back to Rod Smith.
All right, thank you, Gord. Back with Jock Climbing and Milt Stegall. Wow, what an ugly day for Winnipeg. Not only the result, but the status of their quarterback and their star running back.
It's amazing how quickly this game started as let's get tuned up for the playoffs. Let's get ourselves in a position where we can lock up second place and be playing our best football going to the playoffs. And now it's just, can we get enough healthy bodies to get anywhere in the playoffs?
A lot of problems in Bomberland. You talk about those injuries, but what about that defense? Second game in the row where they've given up more than 500 total yards. That's not good. They have to get something fixed as they head into the playoffs.
A couple of weeks ago, it looked like a slam dunk, a home playoff date for Winnipeg. But now, if Edmonton wins against Calgary today, it's going to come down to the final week for second place. So we're off to part 2 of our doubleheader. We can tell you, Mary Mitchell